Teacher A. Once again po, good afternoon sa ating mga LPTs, aspiring LPTs, as well as our viewers in our Facebook Live. So I think we can start po. Can anyone lead us for our prayer before we start? May I ask a volunteer po? I think let me ask Sir Richard.
Sir?
Sir, can you please lead us for a prayer?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let us put ourselves in the loving presence of the Lord, all together in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, as we gather in your name, we want to be in your presence. Grant us a spirit of dialogue. Illumine our minds with the light of truth, and strengthen our fraternal spirit, that we may always seek and do your will. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. All together in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. So let me just fix po. So, yan. First of all, maliwanag po ba ako sa end nila, Sir and Ma'am?
Sir. Opo, sir.
Ayun, thank you very much po. So I hope each one of us are doing well. Okay, so yeah. So once again po, welcome to our review. So our review for today is all about Prop Ed. Okay, so let me just admit. Ayan, may nakasa naman po siguro mag-admit. So intensive let review, professional education with the area of legal foundations and education technology. So this is one of the components po under Prop Ed. So although sa legal foundations, mangilan-ngilan lang naman po yung mga questions, still we need to review on this area. So okay na po ba tayo? We can start and we're ready to go.
Okay, sir.
Yun. Thank you, Ma'am Evelyn.
Thank you.
So I hope still for your participation. So when I'm having a review, gusto ko po yung meron po tayong participation para mas maganda po. So our target competencies, would you mind reading it, Ma'am Ethel Rose?
Target competencies. Analyze educational situations in the light of philosophical and legal foundations of education. Analyze educational situations through the utilization of the conventional and non-conventional technology tools, as well as teaching strategies.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Edelrose. So this is our two target
Thank you po.
competencies. Thank you. So as I said po, sa professional education, most of the questions are situational, wherein we are being tested on how are we going to evaluate and react those given situations with the use of the different learning concepts, theories na natutunan natin in our course education or in our areas professional education. So, ito po yung dalawang area natin. So, analyze. So, I will be asking everyone to really analyze. So, as I said, one of the technique that I always give is pagka nag-exam po tayo, we look at the questions first before the choices. So, because most of the time, the question itself will give us the clues or cues for the correct answer. And when we say correct answer, we always choose the best. Laging the best po. Okay? So, before I will proceed with my review, I would like to start with a simple thing, a simple quote. Would you mind reading it, Ma'am Rosana or Taiga?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. By Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. So this is my guiding principle po when I giving review. That's why I
Yes,
really
sir.
ask for participation. More than me talking and rationalizing things to you, mas gusto ko po yung manggaling muna sa inyo, yung unang pag-intindi o pag-analyze doon sa question. So that I can guide you on how we can really choose the best answer. As I said, one of the technique that I always suggest is the law of elimination. So there are four choices always, and two of those will not answer or define the stem of the question, and two will answer the question, but one of those two are the best. So kaya inihingi ko po sa inyo yung inyong participation. Can you give me a heart react if you can give that to me po? Heart react naman po tayo dyan. As well as to our Facebook Live viewers, 104. Yan. Thank you. Ayun. Heart react, heart react, heart react. Yan. So may chat. Let me check the chat box. Yun, heart. Heart. Thank you, Sir Nemrod. Okay. So again, so ito po. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. As we all know, in our teaching process now, teaching and learning process, we are more of progressivists, no? So, kailangan hindi na lang tayo nakikinig, kailangan i-involve din natin yung sarili natin. As far as I am concerned, lahat po kayo nagre-review na, and within your review, you have identified some questions or some things that you want to clarify, and this review will somehow help you. Okay? So, wag po tayong hesitate, no, magtanong. Mas may tanong, mas mapapaliwanag po natin na maayos. So, yan po, learning codes. Then, I would like to start my review with a short mind setting exercise. Yeah. Okay, set muna po natin yung ating isipan. Since our competencies is all about analyzing, so meron po akong inihandang short, short exercises, which is I usually do in my class. And gusto ko rin pong gawin sa inyo para po maset natin yung ating mind. Okay lang po ba? Ready po ba sila? So, may I ask everyone to have a ball pen or a notebook as well? Yan. Give me po a thumbs up kung meron po kayong nakahanda dyan. And another thing is that in our review, wag lang po tayo makinig. Let us also take down notes. Note-taking skills in reviewing is a very good technique. Okay? Marami tayong nire-review. pero mas maganda po yung na-identify natin yung pattern of the questions. Para kapag nakakuha tayo ng another reviewer, again, we will look for the pattern. Paano ba ginagawa yung tanong in the area of professional education? Yan. So, ready na po ba sila? Medyo challenging po siya pero nakaka-enjoy pagka nakuha po natin. You can unmute your microphone if you want to answer. Okay, so let's start. So, our mind exercise is called anagrams. Sino po nakakaalam ng anagrams? Taas po ang kamay. Sino po nakakaalam ng anagram? Let me just accept. Meron po bang naka-in charge to accept?
Yes po, sir. Na-accept ko na po.
Okay, thank you. So, anyone po nakakaalam ng anagram? Okay, kung wala po, okay lang. So, anagram is one of my favorite thing. So, you have there the words dormitory. Ayan. Can you see the words dormitory on my screen? Give me a thumbs up po.
Yes, sir.
Now, anagram is actually rearranging the given words to come up with a new set of words that somehow is related to the given word. So you're just going to rearrange the letters in the word dormitory to be able to come up with a new words or word that has something to do with the given word. Yan. So I give a picture para mas madali po sa inyo. So, yan. Sino po kayo makakasagot? Dormitory. You're just going to use the letters as it appears in the word given. So, isang D, isang O, isang R, isang M, isang I, isang T, isang O, isang R, isang Y. Let me see. Please do unmute yung microphone pagka alam na natin sagot. Room. Okay, you're going to use all the letters in the word. Okay. Siguro itong magbibigay sa inyo ng idea, bakit ba siya tinawag na dormitory? So, you're just going, dormitory. Ano nga ba dormitory? Dorm. Okay, once again, you're going to use all the words. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bakit ba siya tinawag na dormitory? I am not generalizing, but this is just for the sake of the answer. Dormitory simply means a dirty room. Okay? So, dormitory simply means a dirty room. So, I will give you a time to look at the answer so that you will get the point of the word anagram. Ayun, meron lang nakasagot. Sana bago lumabas yung sagot ko dito sa screen. Okay, Sir Romano Desenya, dirty room, dirty room. Yes! Yan. So, I hope we will have a grasp of the anagrams. Next. Mother-in-law. Okay, what is the other anagram that we can create from the word mother-in-law? So the picture is a very famous individual. So mother-in-law. So that, see? Tingnan natin kung makukuha ni Sir Romano Desenya and
Martial law.
Martial law. Again, anagrams make use of the different, rearrange the letters in the given words to create another words. Yes, very good. May nakatama sa ating Facebook Live. Shout out sa ating 133 viewers. Ma'am Dayan Pakandag. The answer is mother-in-law, woman Hitler. Yes, yes. Hello, Ma'am Kate. So, woman Hitler. Yan, woman Hitler. Next, astronomer. Astronomer. So, what anagram we can create from the word astronomer? So, I'm so glad marami pong nakakasagot sa ating Facebook Live. Okay. Astronomer. Let us see. How about our Facebook Live? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any answer? Pampagising. Okay, meron tayong sagot sa ating chat. The answer is moon stater. Very good. Okay. So moon stater. Yes. Congratulations for those who will get the correct answer. Ma'am Ethel Rose, Sir Richard. The first one to get the answer is, yeah, nagkulang lang. Moonstar. Again, okay. So, Evelyn is the first one. Next. Princess Diana. Okay, Princess Diana. What anagrams can we create from the given word Princess Diana? So anagram, ulitin ko po, anagram is rearranging the letters in a given words to create a new set of words. Either it is a sentence, a phrase, or a statement. Okay. Princess Diana. Let's see. Okay. Crisis and pain. Crisis and pain. Okay. That's a good one, Sir Namrod. Pero wala siyang... Okay.
Dice in car snap.
Dice in car snap. Okay.
Car snap. Yes, sir.
Yes, that can be. Ano pa? Ano pa? Cries and pains. Yes. Okay. She dies in a car snap. So therefore she cries and pains. Yes. That's nice, Mom Terence, and I hope I got it. If it's mom or sir, no? Please, my apology pagka nagkamali pa ako, no? Good afternoon, Sir Joe. Welcome to our review. Okay.
Sir.
Doc stamp. Okay. Restroom. Okay. Planet. Uy. Okay. Documentary stamp. Okay. So the answer is N is a car spin, or it can also be dice in a car snap. Yeah, pwede po yan. So you see, we can create a lot of good words from a given set of words. So as we all know, Princess Diana encountered this tragic accident, no? So yeah, next. I think this would be my last one. So, parang hindi pa yan yung last one ko. A decimal point. So, a decimal point. Good afternoon, Ma'am Annie Abigail Alfonso. Good morning here in Saudi Arabia. Okay, Sir Maldito Mamaba were able to get the correct answer for Princess Diana and is a car spin. Pi? Yes, Sir Francis Noguid. Okay, that is the pi. Okay, that is the pi. Okay, 3.1415, that would be the pi number. A decimal point, again, anagram is rearranging. Yes, very good, Ma'am Terence Fuentes. Tama ba, Ma'am? Ma'am nga ba? Ma'am Terence? Are you there? Sir, Sir Tabi, Sir ba? O Ma'am Tabi? So, ano ba decimal point? Pi in a number, pi. Okay, according to our Facebook Live, pi. So, bakit ba siya tinawag na decimal point? What is the work of a decimal point? It is a placeholder. So, therefore, a decimal point is I'm a dot in place. Okay? So, decimal point is I'm a dot in place. So, Ma'am Terence and Sir Toby from our Zoom attendees were able to get the correct answer. And Sir Romano Desenia also. Okay, next. The public art galleries. Okay, the public art galleries. What anagram we can create from public art galleries? Let us see. Again, before we dive in po sa ating exercise or review exercise, so let us set our mind first and practice analyzation. Yan. As our competencies. So, our next is the public art galleries. What anagram can we create from that?
The large picture.
The large picture. Okay. That's is that Ma'am Rosana? Ma'am Rosana, ikaw po ba 'yon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Large picture. So, kulang pa po, may kulang. Okay, Ma'am Christina Soberano. Okay, Ma'am Christina Soberano, our Zoom viewers were able to get it. Sir Roel, large holes picture. Okay, may kulang lang. So I think one of our Zoom Zoom reviewees or attendees were able to get it. Okay, Ma'am Maria Cristina. Okay, so the answer is large picture holes, I bet. Okay, so that's why it's called public art gallery dahil napakalaking bulwagan, no? Napakalaking bulwagan. That's why it is a public art galleries. Yan. So may kulang lang tayo sa large holes pictures. Wala yung letter I, B, E, and T. That stands for I bet. Okay? And the next one is desperation. Okay. Desperation. So rearrange the letters in the word desperation to create a new set of words. Good afternoon, Ma'am Bing. Welcome to our review. Desperation. Peterson die, rope. Yes, it has something to do with rope. Desperation. Ends. Okay. Sir Tabi have the answer. How about our Zoom viewers? Shout out to our Zoom 118 Zoom viewers. So again, what I'm giving you is actually what I called anagrams. Yan. Pwede po natin ito gamitin to test the analyzation skills of our learners. So, po sa mga ginagawa ko during the first day of class. Yan. Rope in despair. Okay, that can be rope in despair. Ma'am Annie, Abigail, Alfonso. So I think Sir Peeling po, Sir Peeling. Yes. Again, what we're having is an anagram. An anagram is actually as a puzzle wherein you're going to rearrange the letters in a given words to create a new set of words that describe the given word. So desperation, despair in rope. Okay. So the answer is a rope ends it. Desperation, a rope ends it. And I think Sir Tabi, we're able to get it from our Zoom attendees. Yan. So desperation, ratio and despair. Okay? Ratio and despair. So as you can see, there are a lot of words that can be used as an answer for the given anagrams that I give you. And you were able to give that. Okay? So what does this shows in relation to our review? When we tend to review, we tend to be confused with what would be the correct and the best answer because of we have been using a lot of review materials, and sometimes the review materials tend to be having different answers. So that's why in my review, I wish really to enlighten everyone on how to rationalize and to find the best explanation to be able to really be convinced that eto nga talaga yung tamang sagot other than the other. Okay? So, I hope you enjoy our short mind-boggling exercise para maset lang po natin yung ating isipan. Okay? So, thank you Ma'am Rosana Ortega for the thumbs up. I hope also our 129 Zoom viewers nag-enjoy po sila. Pa-heart react naman dyan. Shout out. Yes, thank you Ma'am Ethel Rose for that. Clap, clap, clap. Okay. So again, I hope you keep in mind our learning quotes in our review. Please do involve yourself more than just listening to me. Okay, so let us start now. Our first question, and I hope you will be answering on your end. So for 10 seconds, okay, this is the question. So actually, Sir A gave you a mock exam already with this topic, and I have seen the result, and I'm not so surprised about the result. I congratulate those who are in the top 10 of all the takers at the mock exam. Congratulations po sa kanila. And I hope you will be participating in our review so that I will understand on how you did it well so that we can help those other fellow reviewers paano po mag-analyze. Okay? G na ba tayo? Game na? Thumbs up, thumbs up?
Game, sir, game.
Game, game, game! Yan! Yes, game. So I hope you have your
Game na po, sir.
ball pen. Okay, ready? So again, as I said, in taking exam, let us focus first on the question before the choices. So when you take
application.
Okay, Mark Lawrence are able to answer right away. Yan. Sinagot siya na kaagad. Okay. Without the choices. Thank you, Sir Mark Lawrence. Okay. So, situating tool, information tool, application tool, communicative tool. Okay. So, let us try to answer so that I will know. It's like just we're taking an exam. We just need to answer and review afterwards. Okay? Yun. Yung pampagising. Okay. So, may I ask Ma'am Jeline? Ma'am Jeline? Am I clear on your end? Sir Mark Lawrence. Sir Mark? Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Application tool, sir. Letter C.
Would you mind reading the question, sir?
Sorry, sir. In your computer subject, you allow your class to chat as part of your motivation before discussing to them the rules of computer as a tool. How chat is used in this context?
Okay.
A, situating tool. B, information tool. C, application tool. Or D, communicative tool.
Okay. So, again, I always teach the technique, the law of elimination. So, we will eliminate two possible answers that does not define the question. So, first, to be able to choose the two that does not define the question, alamin muna natin ano ba yung stem of question. So, in analyzing question, two things. One, the STEM. Ano ba yung tinatanong? Second is the conditions or the parameter set. Because knowing the conditions and the parameter set, we will be able to really identify ano bang tatanggalin natin. As I said, the question itself will provide you the answer. So, in this question, ano ba ang tinatanong? So, the start of the question is, how chat is used in this context? So, in this context, so that is the condition set by this question. In this context. Maliwanag po. If you are going to look at the choices, you will be thinking that that has something to do with communication. Why? Because we know that chat is used in communicating. Tama po ba? Tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And we can also say that chat can be also used as an information tool through the use of communicating. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Tama po
sir.
ba? Yes. Then, yung situating tool, that is the one that we really need to remove. Okay? Because there's no such use of computers or educational technology as situating tool or situation driving tool. Maliwanag po. Clear po tayo. So tanggal natin si situationing tool. Ang maiiwan yung tatlo. Information, application, communicative tool. So again, balikan natin. How chat is used in this context and how the chat is being used in this context by allowing your class to chat as part of your motivation. So ano yung pinaramdam mo? Ano yung pinakita mo dun sa mga bata? So that they will really understand what is your lesson all about. Take note. This serves as your motivation. Okay po? So let me ask you, my dear LPTs, when you take the mock exam, ano po ang sinagot nila? Because this is one of the questions wherein marami pong nagkamali. Ano po yung sinagot nila? Doon sa mga nag-take. Communicating, di ba?
Communicative, sir.
Yes, communicative tool. Kasi nga, yun yung pagkaalam natin sa chat, which is not wrong. Are we clear? Which is not wrong. But the question sets already a parameter in this context. And what is the context? Allowing your student to use the chat as your motivation. So meaning you directly let them experience. That's why the chat is not just use a communication tool for them, but rather as an application tool. Maliwanag po. Clear po tayo. So I hope you're writing down the technique that I'm teaching. Analyze the stem of the question and the conditions or parameter set. Clear po tayo. As I really thinking that you will choose communication tool. Information and communication tool, if you are going to combine them, they will simply means application. Clear po tayo? It will simply go down to the general use, which is application. That's another rationalization in this question. Next. So again, I hope you will participate with me. Sagot muna po tayo. Or if we have answered this in the mock exam, I want to hear how you answer it so that I can really explain to you very well. Okay po? Yun, si Ma'am Rosana. Thank you for opening your camera. Ma'am Rosana, I really appreciate that. So, let's start with the second question. Okay, shout out for our Zoom viewers. I hope it is not lagging on your end. Okay. So, Ma'am Rosana Ortega, would you mind reading po? Sensya na po, mahilig akong magtawag. Okay. Unmute your microphone, ma'am. Naka-mute po kayo.
Sorry po. A
Okay.
professional teacher is grounded on a clear view of practice. He or she could handily define questions such as why teach, what to teach, how to teach, what his or her role is, and the learner's role, among others. How important are these questions for the teacher?
Okay. Choices, madam?
A. They serve as the teacher's basis in promoting learners. B. They serve as the teacher's foundation in his or her gradual induction to profession. C. They serve as the teacher's guiding principles about education-related issues and concerns. Or D. All of the above.
Okay. So,
Letter B is my answer.
what is your answer, Ma'am Rosana?
Letter B.
Letter B
Okay.
for me.
Letter B, sir.
B.
Letter
B.
B. Okay, letter B.
B po yung sagot ko, sir, dun sa mock exam.
Okay, B. Okay. B.
Boy.
Boy. Okay.
Okay.
So, you remember your answer in the mock exam, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how about the choices that I gave you? Is that the same with the choices in the mock exam?
No, sir.
No.
No.
There is one thing that there is one choices na binago ko. This is what I want to emphasize, my dear LPTs. When we are reviewing, we are not actually memorizing the set of answers given. Okay? We are actually focusing on how the questions is constructed. That's why it is called review. Alam na natin yan, napag-aralan na natin sa school yan, pero paano natin i-apply yung natutunan natin kung ito ay nailagay na sa tanong in a form of a question. So the best way, that's why when reviewing, the best practice is to answer sets of questions or practice questions. It is not about the number of questions that you're answering, but it is about knowing what are the pattern of the questions. Okay? Kaya nga siya tinawag po na review. Alam nyo na, pero paano ba pagka ito ay nagawa na sa tanong? So, I'm so happy, Ma'am Rosana, being honest na yung sinagot mo pa rin dito based sa mock exam. Okay? And you are very honest. Yan po yung sinagot ko sa mock exam. So, it simply shows that you remember what you answered. Okay po. Now, let me rationalize it for you. So, a professional teacher is grounded in a clear view of the practice. He or she could handily define questions such as why teach, what to teach, how to teach, what his or her role is in the learner's role, among others. How important are these questions for the teacher? So let us look at the stem of the question. The stem of the question is actually asking about the importance of this through the view of the teacher. Okay? So let us look at the choices. They serve as the teacher's basis in promoting learners. Diba? So, saang topic po ba sa learning natin bumabagsak itong klase na tanong na to? This is under the teacher's education philosophy. Okay? The teacher's education philosophy. Ano po ba yung teacher's education philosophy? Ito na po yung why teach, what to teach, how to teach, what his or her role, and the learner's role. So ito po yung teacher's education philosophy. Why teach? Bakit gusto mo maging teacher? Okay? What to teach? What do you want the students to learn? Anong gusto mo matutunan ng bata? How to teach? that talks about the pedagogy, yung pinag-aaralan natin. We have been improving the pedagogy. Why we improve the pedagogy? And that would be the next, which is about the learners. Okay? And the role of the learners in our learning as well as the role of the teacher. Maliwanag po. So, letter A, they serve as the teacher's base in promoting learners. So it talks about the learners and the role of the teacher at the same time. Tama po ba? Correct, di ba? They serve as the teacher's foundation in his or her gradual induction to profession. Gradual, pagpasok mo. Okay? So it talks about the pedagogies, it talks about what you're going to teach. Tama po ba? Sinagot niyo po ba yung tanong? Yung stem ng question? React po tayo. Yes. Next, letter C. They serve as the teacher's guiding principles about education-related issues and concern. Tama po ba siya?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Guiding principle that talks about what you are going to teach and how you're going to teach. Education-related issues pertaining about your learners. So tama. So anong tamang sagot?
C.
Tamang sagot?
All of the above.
All of the above. Yun. Ang tamang sagot ay all of the above. Naintindihan po. Naintindihan po. Okay, another ration.
All of the above, sir.
Yes. Sir Darrell ba
Kasi
to?
yung,
Sir
yes,
Darrell
sir,
ba
kasi
yan?
yung, sir, kasi yung key answer dito sa mock test, letter C.
Yan. That's why, di ba? So this is all, pag may all of the above, at napansin nyo na sinagot niya lahat yung parameters or condition sets, sagot natin yung all of the above. But again, not always,
All that time.
Not all the time, because all of the above sometimes are very good, what?
Tractor.
Distractor. Yes. Okay.
Kasi, doon sa question, sir, walang all of the above.
Kaya
Oo nga, sir. Tama yung C.
Letter C.
walang answer.
Yes.
Walang all of the above, sir, sa ano.
Yes, kaya wala yun. Pero kung iisipin, yes, kung walang all of the above, we will be choosing letter C. Why letter C? Ito yung another rationalization.
Principles.
Because letter C generally explain
The A and B.
letter A and letter B.
A and B. Yeah.
Maliwanag po. Naintindihan po. Yeah, Ma'am, di ba, Ma'am Juby? Okay? So, kung walang all of the above, ang pipiliin natin the best answer is letter C. Why? Kasi kumbaga sa palaman, kasama na, kumbaga sa tinapay, na eto na lahat yun. Yung A and B ay palaman na nandun na, nakaloob na doon sa letter C, which is actually with the word guiding principle. Naintindihan po? Give me a thumbs up po. Yun, yan. So again, I'm so happy to hear those who are honest. Ito po yung sagot ko. Then sabi sir, wala po kasi all of the above, kaya po letter C. Yes. Pero kung meron po all of the above, again, not all the time, Not all the time. That's why, that's why, my dear LPTs, if you will follow my suggestion to cover first the choices before answering, so that you will focus on the question. Kasi nagkakataon, pagka nakabukas yung questions at saka yung sagot, yung choices, yung mata natin ay directly, parang accustomed na to look for the all of the above. Diba? Accustomed na siya. At bakit po ba sinasuggest ni Sir Mads, okay, na takpan natin yung choices so that we can really underline, yun yung sinasabi ko, no, the first review that I give, underline natin yung stem of the question encircle natin yung mga cues, conditions, or parameters. And while we are encircling, pwede po kayo magsulat. Pwede nyo pong sulatan po yung test questions. Wag lang yung answer sheet. Okay? Yung test questions, pwede nyo sulatan. Pwede nyo, kung gusto nyo drawingan, pwede nyo drawingan. If you are a visual learner na mas madali sa inyo kapag ka dinodrawing, yun. So, again, underline po. I just giving you 10 seconds kasi I know you have encountered these questions already in the mock exam. Kaya my work is just to rationalize at tulungan po kayo. Okay po? Clear po ba tayo? Gising pa po ba kayo?
Yes. Opo.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much. So, number 3. Yun.
C.
I hope gising kayo doon sa pasabog natin.
C.
Okay, the correct answer
Situating
is
tool.
yes. Correct answer is letter C, situating tool. There is no such role of computers or education technology tool that serves as a situation. That's because situating tool is actually the application itself. Okay po? The application itself. Computers can serve as an instructional tool. Computers can be used as an application tool as well as a utility tool, but not as a situating tool. Okay po? So, again, the stem of the question, what is the other role of computers not mentioned in this item? Condition set. What is the condition set? Not. Okay? Not mentioned. So, madalas, ito yung nakaka-distract sa o nakakadali sa atin. Kasi yung mga words na except, not, swerte nila ngayon kasi there is a rules already na kailangan naka-italicize, naka-highlight, or naka-bold pag ginamit tong mga to. Hindi katulad nung dati, pag binasa mo at hindi mo binigyan ng pansin talaga, hindi mo mapapansin na meron pala nakalagay na not, meron pala nakalagay na except. Okay po ba tayo? Okay po tayo.
Yes, sir.
So, I will not rationalize too much on that. Pero may nagkamali pa rin po tayo doon sa ating Facebook viewers. So again, I hope our Facebook viewers were able to hear my simple rationalizations to that. Okay? So this is also one of the questions na marami pong mali doon sa ating mock exam.
Letter A, sir.
Sir Darrell?
Letter A.
Okay, Sir Darrell, since ikaw nagsumagot, basahin mo. I'm so glad, Sir Darrell, nandito ka last time. Wala ka nung last time na ano ako. Sir Darrell, pabasa.
Which role of technology in learning is top when teachers represent and simulate meaningful real-world problems, situation, and context in teaching?
Letter
Okay.
A po, letter A.
Letter A, sir. Learning by doing.
Okay, thank you. Now, I'm so glad you were able to get the correct answer. Now, let me ask you, when you take the mock exam, ano po ang sinagot nyo? Because this is one of the questions na marami pong nagkamali out of 110 takers.
Eliminate B and C.
Isa-isa po. Thank you for the participation. Sir Tabi, sir ba, ma'am? Sir Tabi. A po yung
po.
sinagot nyo. A po yung sinagot nyo. Okay.
Ang sinagot
So,
ko po sa Macboard, letter C.
Sir Mark, letter C po. Ang sinagot nyo.
Letter C po ang sinagot ko sa reflecting kasi ang kwan ko po kasi doon is situations tsaka meaningful. Kaya po
Oh,
reflecting.
Reflecting is cognitive.
okay.
Constructive ang B and anong tawag doon? Progressive ang letter D.
Okay. So let us look at it, no? So let me rationalize. So the correct answer, let me just show the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer is technology as context to support learning by doing. Bakit po ba? So according to Ma'am Kate, hello Ma'am Kate, kaya pala wala sa Facebook si Ma'am Kate, wala sa Zoom si Ma'am Kate, nasa Facebook Live. Okay, so which role of technology in learning is top when teachers represent and simulate meaningful real-world problems, situations, and context in teaching. So according to our Facebook Live viewers, eliminate C and D. How about my Zoom attendees? Do you agree? Do you agree to eliminate C and D?
Yes.
Yes, sir, kasi
Parang more on knowledge sila.
More on knowledge sila. Okay.
constructive and cognitive ang
Okay. So technology as intellectual partners
ABS pala.
to support learning by reflecting. Reflecting. Okay? So you are reflecting. So technology is not used for you to reflect. Technology is used for you as what? As a learning tool. Okay? Letter D, technology as information vehicles. Totoo naman siyang information vehicles, right? For exploring knowledge to support, ayun na naman siya, support learning by construction. Okay? So accordingly, pragmatism and progressivism, that's correct. Now, what is the conditions, parameters that will really eliminate them because of the word simulate? Simulate. Okay? So when we say simulate, that simply means you are actually doing it. Simulation is actually doing. Simulation is applying, ginagawa natin through yung mga bagay na hindi natin pwedeng gawin in a real life experience. But somehow, still it is a real life experience. Hindi lang pwedeng gawin, pero katulad sa ginagawa ngayon sa online class, hindi ka pwedeng mag-experiment. Di ba? So you will just perform a simulations to explain on how those experiments are conducted. So still, nandun pa rin siya sa principle. Okay po ba tayo?
Yes, sir.
Okay po ba tayo? That's why the correct answer there is support learning by doing. Because of the word simulate. Okay po? Clear po ba tayo? And this is the same thing that what is happening in taking the board exam or in the prop-ed. All of the questions are actually situations, simulations of real life experiences being a teacher. Siyempre, gusto natin maging teacher, kailangan we are bounded with everything na kailangan talagang malaman. That's why even we become a licensed professional teacher, we keep on updating, upgrading kasi may mga nagbabago pa rin. Like during our time, walang education technology mostly na questions kasi walang masyadong tool pa noon, no? But now, in the 21st century, meron na. At saka napakalawak ng gamit niya. And now we were able to experience that because of the online learning or the distance education. Okay po. So, thank you again for being honest. Yung po kasi yung kailangan natin. Dito. My work as your review is to guide you. So if you will just listen to the technique that I'm giving, and I am really sure that will help you po. Okay? Next. Ito, marami ring mali dito.
Ito na yun.
Ito, marami ring mali dito. Okay? So again, yung mga kinuha ko po is actually the questions na medyo nagkamali po kayo. And Sir Mads is actually, I am the one who give the question to Sir A for the mock exam. Kasi wala pa nga po kayong ano nito, no? Wala pa kayong background. Yes, sorry. Late kong nabasa, Ma'am Kate. You're correct. Yes. Education technology actually is all about the UBD or the understanding by design. Okay. Education technology is actually by the use of understanding by design through technological integration in the educative process. So, sino pong gusto magbasa? Ma'am Juby Arcete. I hope I pronounce it right.
Yes, tama po.
Yes, saan po kayo sa Pilipinas?
Navotas City po.
Navotas City. Shout out sa mga taga Navotas. Okay, Ma'am Juby.
You ask your students to show a two-dimensional illustration of what they have understood from what they have read. Which of the following non-projected visuals are you referring to? A.
Okay.
Model, B. Realia, C. Print materials, D. Graphic organizers.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Juby. Okay. So, let us look at, actually, nagtaka ako, marami pang nagkamali po dito. Okay. Maraming nagkamali dito. Again, the correct answer here is, lalabas ko ba yung correct answer or rationalize muna natin? Para makapag-pay attention tayo. Okay? Rationalize muna natin. Okay. So, let me ask you, ano pong sinagot nila sa mock exam, Ma'am Juby?
B.
Graphic organizing.
Realia. Okay. So, let us look at the question, the stem of the question. Again, improper situational siya. So, yung una, mga situation talaga ibibigay. Tapos, saka yung question. Kaya maging patient tayo sa pagbabasa po. Kaya wag nating tatalunan yung situation kasi the situation also will help us. Okay. So, ayan, two-dimensional illustration. That is the condition set. First, set condition or parameter. Two-dimensional illustration. Next, parameters that is set, non-projected. Okay, non-projected. Model, Realia, print materials, graphic organizers. Do you agree that all of them are visuals?
No.
Who says no? Visuals? Nakikita? Okay?
Yes, sir. Visual.
Yes,
Visual.
yes, sir.
Lahat po yan visual. Take note, in Prop Ed, all of the choices are homogeneous. Okay? So meaning they belong to the same category. Yan, visuals. Pero may conditions na kaset. Ito yung magpapalito sa atin. So, two-dimensional illustration of what they have understood from what they have read. So, and sinuportahan pa ng non-projected visual. So, what is the correct answer? Graphic organizers. Ano po ba yung mga graphic organizers? Can you give me one graphic organizers that you know?
Diagram.
Venn diagram. Yes.
Fishbone.
Fishbone. Yes. Ano pa?
Flowchart.
Flowchart. Yes. Ano pa? Concept map. Mind map. Oh, pinaka-common is concept map. Okay? So, pie graph or graphs. Okay. So, graphic organizers. Bakit sa graphic organizers? Because, kung nalilito tayo, ano yung magsusuporta? From what they have understood. From what they have read. Di ba? Pagka, when we were in college, when you were in college, di ba? Your professor will give you a set of readings, tapos they will not ask you to create an essay, but somehow they will ask you now to use graphic organizers to illustrate what you understand.
Okay.
Di ba? Which is guys, which is my dear LPTs, I am actually giving you this as an advice na pagka nagno-note taking po tayo when we are reviewing, it is better to do it using a graphic organizer. Okay po? Using a graphic organizer. I will give you an example of graphic organizer. Retrieval chart. Okay? Retrieval chart. Saan natin magagamit ang retrieval chart? When you are reviewing about the different legal basis of the educational system of the Philippines. Gawin nyo sa chart. Okay? Paano nyo gagawin sa chart? Legal laws, description, kanino applicable, then ano yung mga parameters na pwede nating maging guide. Maliwanag po. So, hindi mo kailangan i-memorize lahat. Yung kukunin mo lang yung pinaka-importante. As what I have given last time, when we are having a technical problem, I gave you the different sections of Magna Carta kung saan pa tayo magpo-focus mainly. Looking at the different questions na lumalabas from the different professional education exam. So, in-identify ko po yung mga common sections. Marami kasi sections yung Magna Carta, pero in-identify ko based on our that I gave you last time, no? So, pwede po natin gawin yan into a retrieval chart. Kasi habang nagsusulat ka, mag-i-stay sa mind mo kaysa sa binabasa mo. Okay po. And another two-dimensional. Okay po. Clear po ba tayo? So, marami pong conditions na mag-guide sa atin mismo sa question pa lang. So, next. Yes, Ma'am Christina Cassandra. Yes, T-chart. Yan. Maganda pong gamitin yung T-chart. Let
sir.
me, Sir Dennis, would you mind reading?
Sir.
Yeah, Sir Dennis.
Yes.
Please
Basahin
read. Yes, sir.
Which of the following is a conceptual model of learning created by the application of educational technology that enables students to willingly perform classwork to find connection between that they already know?
Sir, naka-mute ka po. Napindot mo po yung mute. Okay.
Ulit, sir. Which
Yes, sir.
of the following is a conceptual model of learning created by the application of educational technology that enables a student to willingly perform classwork to find connection between what they already know and what they can learn? Yung answer ko
Okay.
po, sir,
Yes.
sir, meaningful learning.
Okay, meaningful learning. Okay, let's apply law of elimination. Ano ang i-eliminate natin? What are we going to do?
B
Base
and
po
C.
sa
I see B and C.
Yes, Ma'am
D&D.
Geraldine. Oh, taas po tayo ng kamay. Ayan, gusto ko po yung nagpa-participate. Taas po tayo ng kamay. Parang nasa classroom lang tayo. Okay, Ma'am Geraldine. Yes, Ma'am Geraldine. Go ahead.
Discovery, sir.
Discovery. Ano pa po?
Generative.
Generative. Okay. Would you mind, if you don't mind, may I ask you, what do you understand about generative learning?
Generative learning kasi, sir, kumbaga it composed of the whole learning approach. While the discovery learning, you are researching data or information of how you are able to learn that matter.
Okay. That's a good interpretation. So, tatanggalin natin si generative at saka si discovery. Iniwan natin si constructivism at saka si meaningful learning. So, ang una po nating titingnan, ano yung tanong? Conceptual model of learning. So, the stem of the question is about conceptual model of learning. Is constructivism a conceptual model of learning? My dear LPTs,
Yes, sir.
conceptual model of learning, constructivism, or school of thought? Or philosophical foundations?
Philosophical foundation po, sir.
Okay, yes. So, kung titingnan natin, siya lang ang hindi learning. Okay? So, constructivism. Now, the correct answer here, tama ka, Sir Dennis. The correct answer here is meaningful learning. So, why meaningful learning? Ano ang ating katulong sa pag-unawa? Bakit meaningful learning? Application of educational technology to what? To find connections between what they already know, alam na nila, and what they can learn. Okay? So, they are finding the meaning on what they're learning. So, parang creating meaning from what you learn. Maliwanag po. Maliwanag po ba? The guide there is connections between what they already know and what they learn. It's like what we call in education a perception. Finding your connections kung ano yung natutunan. For example, natuto ka ng ganito when you were in grade 5. For example, estudyante ka. Natutunan mo to sa science, ganito. Then when you go to grade 6, you encounter another lesson that with the use of what you already know, you further understand. Making meaning. Yan, making meaning. Okay po ba siya? Naintindihan po. So it is more of meaningful learning. Kasi natututunan mo, ano bang kahalagahan nito? Pag ginamit ko, anong kahalagahan nito sa real life experiences? Okay, according to Sir Darrell, would you mind sharing to your classmate? Sir Darrell?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ano yung sinabi mo sa chat natin?
Para sa akin, sir, yung meaning for learning is making the knowledge into real-world experience by application.
Yes. Are we clear po? Clear po ba tayo? That's, again, your guide there is the connections between what they already know and what they can learn. Naintindihan po ba ako? Clear po ba tayo? Okay. React po. Yan. How about our Facebook Live viewers? Shout out. Okay. Sir Mikey. Okay. Meaningful learning, what they already know and what they can learn. Yes. That's it. Next. Okay. Ito medyo marami ring mali. Okay? So, plug in your answers sa ating chat and as well as our Facebook Live. Okay, Ma'am Kimberly, okay. Sir Darrell, okay. So, as I said, this is one of the questions, frequently missed questions in our mock exam. So, sino kaya pwedeng magbasa? Ma'am Bing? Ma'am Bing, are you there? Are you with me? Ma'am Bing?
Sir, ako na lang magbasa, sir.
Oh, yes. Sir Joe. Thank you, Sir Joe.
Okay, which of the following is the role of educational technology and learning according to the traditionalist point of view? A. It is a social medium to support learning by conversing. B. It serves as a tool to support knowledge construction. C. It serves as a presenter of knowledge, just like teacher. And D. It engages learners in active, constructive, intentional, authentic, and cooperative learning.
Thank you very much, Sir Joe. Okay, so again, the stem of the question is about the role of educational technology. Okay, so the role of educational technology, what is the set parameters or condition in the view of a traditionalist individual or traditionalist philosophy. So ano yung tatanggalin natin? So the condition set is traditionalist. So let us look at the choices. Letter A, social medium to support learning by conversing. Sino yung pinapatuunan ng choices na to? Kanino tumutukoy ang choices na to? Kaninong view?
Existentialism?
Kaninong view? Kaninong view siya? The learners, the teacher?
Teacher. The teacher.
Okay.
Kasi
Now,
traditionalist.
letter B. It serves as tools to support knowledge construction. Medyo malakas. It serves as tools to support knowledge construction. Traditionalist ba siya?
Learner.
Learner siya. Okay, so it's under what? Constructivist. Okay? Now, letter D. It engages learners in active, constructive, intentional, authentic, and cooperative learning. Traditional view ba siya? Obviously, it is not traditionalist view.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because of the word active, constructive, intentional, authentic, and cooperative. So this pertains to what? Learner-centered. Are we clear po?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear po? So learner-centered siya. So tatanggalin na kaagad natin sa letter D. Are we clear? Yes, so law of elimination.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
So again, you may choose to use the law of elimination kaya ako po sinasuggest sa inyo yung law of elimination, whether madali, mahirap, still, we need to pay attention, analyze. Let us not jump right away doon sa alam natin. Kasi minsan, hindi pa natin natapos yung tanong, nandun na tayo kagad sa choices. At huli na, nung makita natin, ay, hindi pala niya sinasagot. Although, tama siya, pero hindi niya pala sinagot yung tanong. So, traditionalist point of view, ano ba ang traditional na tourings? Ano ba ang gamit ng educational technology? Why we use educational technology? They help the teacher, right? They help the teacher to what? To inculcate knowledge or information or learning. So meaning, the role of education should be the role of a teacher. And what choices pertains to that? It serves as a presenter of knowledge just like teachers. Are we clear po? Are we clear po ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kasi marami pong nagkamali dito. Sabi ko, okay, ano kayang interpretation nila dito sa tanong na to? Kaya medyo ang sinagot dito ay letter B. It serves as tools to support knowledge construction. Again, ano ba ang gamit ng educational technology? Ba't ka gumagamit ng educational technology? Again, educational technology is not just the use of computers or gadgets. But it is more of it. Maraming sakop siya. Okay? Hindi lang tayo gumagamit lang basta ng technology without knowing what is the philosophical foundation or school of thought that guides in the usage of that particular technology. Especially we are now in the age of revolutionary education revolution, di ba? So, sabi nga nila, education 4.0 na. Okay, next. Ito, marami ring mali dito. Yes, correct, Sir LJ.
C po.
Support the teacher, help teacher.
C po, C.
Okay.
Letter C.
Letter C. Oh, doon sa mock exam, ano sinagot? Bakit frequently missed question 2? So, so obviously, anong tatanggalin natin dyan? So it is the set of rules about the behavior acceptable in the internet. So, most of the answers na ginamit dyan, o ang pinili dyan, kung di ako nagkakamali, ay netiquette. Tama po ba? Yung po ang mostly na ginamit natin, netiquette.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
netiquette, no? So, because of the word etiquette. Etiquette. Ano ba ang etiquette? Behavior. Behavior, di ba? Behavior. Kaya hindi ko naman kayo hindi nyo pipiliin ang netiquette kasi because of the behavior. Okay po. Now, code of ethics, obviously, walang pipili niya. Kung may pumili niyan, yun. May nag-annotate. Sir Mark.
Mark Lawrence.
Si Sir Mark. Medyo nagalaw yata yung mouse ni Sir Mark. Nagre-review siya. So, i-clear ko lang yung ano. Baka mag-annotate ako, Sir Mark. Pwede din.
Sorry.
Okay lang, Sir Mark. Okay lang. I will annotate later on for those things na medyo kailangan ko emphasize. Okay? So, I hope would you bear with me, no? So netiquette ang pipiliin natin because of the word behavior. Hindi ka naman mali doon. Okay? Hindi ka naman mali doon. Pero merong conditions eh. Ano yung sinet na condition? Hindi lang siya behavior, but also a set of rules.
Set of rules.
Okay? A set of rules acceptable in the internet. So ano ba yung Republic Act 10844? Ano yung Republic Act 10844? Can anyone tell me what is Republic Act 10844?
Ano siya, sir? Department of Information and Communication Technology.
Yes, Act of?
Republic Act, ICT.
Act of 20? Anong year po?
ICT, sir.
2013.
Act of?
Act of 2015.
2015. Okay.
27.
2015 Republic Act 10844. So this is a this is about ICT, di ba? So we're not talking about the department, but rather we're talking about the set of rules about the behavior acceptable in the internet. Pero pag ginamit natin dyan about in the use in relation to education, then gagamitin natin yung department or the Republic Act 10844. Are we clear po? So the correct answer, netiquette. Bakit mo pinili netiquette? Kasi behavior. Hindi mo napansin. Set of rules. There is a ruling. There is a set of rules that somehow also pertains to the behavior in the use of internet. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng ng Republic Act 10844 because of the inclusion of the technology in education. So nakita na marami palang pwedeng mangyari, marami mga violations na pwedeng magawa in the use of technology. Hindi lang computer, no? Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng mga cybercrime law. So there's always, in creating a law, there's always a precedence. Hindi naman pwedeng magkaroon ng law without a precedence. There always be a precedence before a law. So the correct answer here is law of internet. Okay po ba? Maliwanag po ba?
Yes po.
Thumbs up po para alam ko kayo ay aking pangkasama. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yan. So again, always, when you review, pagka nag-review po kayo, wag nyo po i-memorize yung sagot. Tingnan nyo po yung tanong, paano kinonstruct yung tanong. Kasi eto, pwedeng magbago kapag ka ang tanong ay nagpa-pertain na nagsisimula na sa mga promulgation or states. Yan. Ibig sabihin yan, pag sinabi ng promulgation or states, that is right away a specific act or decree or a law. Okay po? So yun po yung mga guide natin para madali nating ma-identify ng pipiliin ko ay talagang batas na. But this one is just a general law of internet. Okay, next. Yes, Sir Richard, that's correct. As I am saying, so in some of the reviewers, we tend to be confused because may iba silang masagot. So tingnan po natin paano kinonstruct yung tanong, doon po natin makikita. Kasi again, our eyes tends to be deceiving. Na pag nakita natin yung tanong, kaagad we jump to the choices. Hindi pa natin tinapos na yung tanong pala ay may sinet na conditions or parameters. Okay po? Ma'am, teacher Yulin? Teacher Yulin? Teacher Yulin?
Yes, sir.
Would you mind reading po?
Which of the following rules can help teachers make sure they are complying with copyright laws when they use materials from the internet sites?
Okay. So, copyright laws. Yan, mga copyrighted, no? Tsaka, since internet consists of a lot of information, sometimes, ayan, ano na tayo dyan? Be honest, no? Be honest tayo. We just tend to take informations and sometimes di natin nakikita may mga copyright laws. Meron naman naka-identify that this for public use. Yan, lalo na sa YouTube. No, lalo sa YouTube, makikita natin, nakalagay naman dyan, no copyright. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin kopyahin siya. So, anong rules dito ang gagamitin natin? Which of the following rules can help teachers make sure they are complying with copyright laws when they use materials from the internet sites? So, ibig sabihin, hindi pinagbabawal na kumuha ng mga resources from the internet. Okay? Pero, kinakailangan lang, meron tayong sinusunod to give due recognition to the one who really owns it. So the correct answer, so ibig sabihin, again, pwede tayong gumamit, no? Pero kailangan bounded by a certain rules. And what is that? Yan. So, ano pong sinagot nila sa mock exam dito?
C po.
Use copyrighted items only with permission from the site owner. Ano ibig sabihin po nun? Now, when you get the information, you need to write a notice, write a letter to the owner. Ginagawa po ba natin yon? May dear LPTs, mga teachers? Pag kumuha po ba tayo, nagsusulat? Kasi nakalagay, kung pinili nyo letter C, use copyrighted items only with permission from the site owner. With the permission from the site owner. Ibig sabihin, you ask for the permission. Ang nakalagay lang sa internet, when we talk about, nalalagay nila, no copyright. Yan, may mga ganun sa YouTube, madalas kong nakikita yan. Sa iba naman, nakikita rin sa mga ibang sites, no, nakalagay copyright. Especially if you use Google, you're looking for a reliable information, source of information. Ano po ba yun? An example of that is Google Scholar. Are you aware of the Google Scholar po? My dear LPTs?
Yes po. Hindi po.
Okay. Google
Sa research ba ka, sir?
Yes, sa research. Yan. Yan ang pinapagamit po natin if you are teaching research or nagpapasimula kayo ng research, tinuturuan na natin ang bata na magganap ng mga reliable sources. Okay, filtering information. And in Google, the most reliable one is the Google Scholar. Okay po? So pagka sa research, Google Scholar yung gagamitin natin. Huwag natin papagamitin si Wikipedia. Sino po nagpapagamit sa Wikipedia? Taas ang kamay. Meron po ba? Meron po ba nagpapagamit ng Wikipedia? So again, malinaw po ba yung rationalization natin? Pwede natin gamitin. Credit lang natin yung ating source or site. So hindi naman po masama yun. Lalagay lang naman natin kung saan natin kinuha. Never use any items that are clearly from copyrighted pages. Yes. But somehow, if you really need to use that, at yun lang naman yung sources mo, that's why the best answer here is never use copyrighted items unless you credit the source site. Ngayon, kung wala po yung letter D, anong pipiliin mo? Halimbawa, wala yung letter D, anong pipiliin mo?
A.
A, yes. Are we clear? Nakita niyo po, paano natin pinifilter o ginagawang na-apply natin yung law of demarcation. Kapag halimbawa wala yung isang choices, alam ko na yung na pwede kong masagot. Kasi nga, in-apply ko yung law of elimination. These are the two possible answer. Ito yung dalawang answer na hindi niya sinagot. Clear po ba tayo? That's why, my dear LPTs, I hope you bear with me that you really apply the law of elimination on your end so that you will be able to identify na pag wala tong choices na to at eto yung nandun at eto lang yung the best choices among others, eto na yung pipiliin ko. Clear po ba tayo? Maliwanag po. Heart react naman po dyan. Thank you, Ma'am Juby. Yan. Okay. So, let's proceed to our next. Okay. Hope you're able to answer on your end. Give me a thumbs up po kung nagsagot po tayo sa ating end. Actually gusto ko nakikita ko po kayo para nakikita ko po kayo. Actually sabi ko I would like to suggest kay teachers kasi intensive review sir, if possible makita natin na either meron silang awak na piece of paper na may ABCD, tataas nila para at least yan makita natin. So, yun. Yes, adaptation. Okay. Can I ask Ma'am Lorgie? I hope I got it right. Ma'am Lorgie, shout out, are you there? Or Ma'am Bing? Si Ma'am Bing?
sir.
Yes, Ma'am Lorgie, would you mind reading po? Pasensya na po. Talagang mahilig po ng participation si sir. Papasa po.
Okay po, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Teacher
Go ahead,
says
ma'am.
builds a rich learning environment in which learners regularly engage in activities that would have been impossible to achieve without technology. Example, their own PowerPoint presentation of lessons. This act of teacher says can be classified to what level of technology integration? A, adaptation, B, adoption, C, transformation, D, infusion.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
sir,
go
my
ahead,
answer
Ma'am
is
Lorgie.
transformation.
Yes, Ma'am Lorgie?
My answer is transformation.
Okay, transformation. Okay. So the first thing is I would like to ask if you have a background about this technology, level of technology integration. Thumbs up po kung meron po tayong background about level of technology integration. Biya. Huwag pong maya. Andito po tayo para magtulungan. Sige po. Thumbs up po kung meron na po tayong background about it. Kasi kung wala or kung meron man at medyo nalilito tayo kasi medyo halos pare-parehas yung lahat ng to, no? So we need to really see ano ba yung kanilang boundary between each other. Okay. So according to Ma'am Lorgie, teacher said her answer is letter C, transformation. Ma'am Lorgie, before I rationalize, would you mind sharing your thoughts about this? Bakit po transformation?
because she's not, I mean, sir, because she's not using technology, or the students are not using technology, or the right in rural areas. I mean.
Okay, so that's a good one. Thank you for that. How about Ma'am Evelyn? Ma'am Evelyn?
Yes, sir, my answer is literacy transformation. Kasi yung ang tiningnan ko po dito yung impossible to achieve without technology. Ang transformation po kasi yung ginagamit na ang student ginagamit na yun yung technology. Ang sa adaptation, ang sa adaptation yun ang technology ay ang student ina-apply na niya yung technology. Sa adoption naman po, yung student po, ina-adapt na niya ina-adapt na niya yung idea sa technology at yung teacher ano ba yon? Sa adaptation yung teacher nag-facilitate doon sa students. Tapos yung students nag-apply na po siya, ay gumagamit na po yun siya, nag-start na siya na gumagamit ng technology. Ang sa adoption naman po, yung idea ng technology, inumpisahan na pong ginagamit ng students, tapos yung teacher, nag-guide na po yun, may kaunti na po siyang guide sa student, yung student na po, parang nag-umpisa na po siyang gumamit sa technology, yung sa adoption. Tapos yung sa infusion naman po, yung additional knowledge na po yun ng mga students sa paggamit ng technology. Tapos pinoprovide na lang po ng teacher at yung students, sila na po talaga ang gumagamit doon sa technology. Yun po sa infusion. Tapos yung transportation, lahat-lahat na po yun. Kapag wala wala yung technology, impossible na po yung magamit niya yung technology. Kaya yun po ang rationalization ko po.
Okay, thank you very much for that very wonderful sharing. Any other po na gustong mag-share?
Ako, sir.
Yes, Sir Darrell. Ayan, sabi ko na eh. Yes, Sir Darrell, go ahead.
Yan ko lang, sir, yung yung letter A adaptation.
Anong sagot mo? Anong sagot mo, Sir Darrell?
Yung sagot ko, sir?
Yes.
Letter C, sir.
Okay, so parehas ni Ma'am Evelyn. So go ahead. Go ahead, Sir Darrell.
Letter C yung sagot ko, sir, kasi yung letter A, ang role na lang ng teacher doon is yung teacher facilitator na lang siya. Yung student kaya niya nang pumili ng materials na gagamitin sa lesson. Yung adoption naman, sir, i-direct ng teacher yung materials na gagamitin niya upang sa ganun magkaroon ng idea yung mga students. Yun naman po sa transformation, yung mga learners, yung mga students, they can do practice, they can modify, they can create a new one. Yung infusion naman po, conventional use na yun, sir. The students may compose or contrast according to the level of technology that they will use.
Okay, so all of your rationalizations are great. Yan, tama po lahat yung rationalization nyo. So tingnan natin, the correct answer here, by the way, is letter C, transformation. So teachers has built a rich learning environment in which learners regularly engage in activities that would have been impossible to achieve without technology. Example, their own PowerPoint presentations of lessons. This act of teacher says can be classified to what level of technology integration. So the stem of the question is all about level of technology integration, and you're right. Adaptation, adoption, transformation, infusions are all level of technology integration. Do you agree? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up po. Shout out, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yan. That's why I'm telling you, most of the choices in appropriate questions are homogeneous. Hindi siya halo-halo. Okay? It is just that we need to really see the conditions or parameter set. Ano ba yung parameter set? Marami po. Okay? Una, rich learning environment. Yan. Yan po yung una. Okay? Rich learning environment. Second, katulad ng sinabi ni Ma'am Evelyn, impossible to achieve without technology. Okay? Third is engagement. Engage activities. Learners are being engaged. So what is the work of technology here? More than just an adaptations or adoptions, ano ba siya? Bakit ba siya tinawag na transformation? So let us see. Okay. So this is what is the difference between the levels of technology integration. Can you see it? Can you see it po?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, as you can see, okay, as I said, you have, all of you have a very good rationalization, but some of you pay attention to the learners. Now, take note, educational technology is actually for the teachers, the knowledge of the teachers on how to integrate the technology. So, as you can see, ayan po, adoption, adaptation, infusion, transformation. So, transformation, teacher cultivates a rich learning environment. Okay? We're blending choice of technology tools with student-initiated investigation, discussion, compositions, or projects across any content area. Ayun. Rich learning. Ayan, balikan natin. Rich learning environment. Are you following? Are you following po?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, student-initiated. Ayun po yung mga ano natin. Transformation, teacher cultivates a rich learning supported with what? Student-initiated investigations or composition. Saan dito yun? Nagpa-pertain doon sa ating question. Yung student-initiated investigation or compositions. Can anyone identify? Sampu dyan. Nagsasabing merong student-initiated investigation or composition para talagang ma-convince tayo na this is actually transformation. So that when I encounter another reviewer na merong ganito, hindi ko pipiliin yung iba kasi ito yung nakaset na parameters. At paniniwalaan ko, paninindigan ko. Nagets po ba ako? Naintindihan po. So ano po dito?
Yes.
Their own PowerPoint presentation. Okay? Infusion. Teacher consistently provides the infusion of technology tools with understanding, applying, analyzing, and evaluating learning tasks. So you infuse, you make use of technology. In-infuse mo lang. Isinama mo lang, ginoin mo lang siya just to what? To check and okay? For example, Kahoot. Pag ginamit mo ang Kahoot, you know Kahoot?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
No. Kahoot is actually an EdTech on online, okay? Online gamified. Yan. Gamified sites, no? It's an online. So dati ang Kahoot, wala siyang in relation to education. Laro-laro lang talaga siya. No? But because of the development in distance learning, okay, online learning, nagkaroon na ang Kahoot for teachers. So pwede na gamitin ng teachers to use for their lessons. O yung bata, pwede na rin gamitin. So, pwede na siyang ipasok as an infusion. Next, adaptation. Teacher encourages adaptation of tool-based software by allowing student to select and modify a tool to accomplish the task at hand. For example, you're teaching about digital art. So maraming software na pwedeng gamitin. Hindi na lang Photoshop, hindi na lang kung ano. Yan. So malayang pwedeng gumamit ang bata. Video editing. Yan. Let's talk about video editing kasi yan yung mas ano natin. Video editing lalo na sa cellphone. 'Di ba? Sa cellphone po, 'di ba? Sa cellphone. May Kenny Master, yan, maraming tools, 'di ba? So pagka nagplano ka ng video presentation sa bata, pwede siyang gumamit ng video editing tools. Next, adoption. Teacher directs students in the conventional use of tool-based software. Yan. Inaano natin, tayo mismong teacher, ini-explain natin na mabuti paano gagamitin ito. So, ito lang yung pwede mong gamitin software kasi ito lang. So, mas in this level of technological integration, kung makikita natin na mas mataas yung transformation because it really meets the goal or objective of educational technology integration, which is more of a constructivist approach. More of constructivist approach. Clear po ba tayo? Okay po ba tayo?
Yes.
Convincing pa? Okay na po? Clear? Any doubts? May mga doubts pa po? While I will grade, okay, Diha 1 to from Quezon. Yan. Alayha Mangansakan. Okay. I hope you're able to follow my discussion. Okay. So, yan. Don't worry, I will be giving these slides to teacher A, no? Okay, number 11. Okay, pahinga muna. I will give you 1 minute stretch break. Okay lang po ba sa inyo mag-stretch? Stretch muna. Inom muna ng tubig. 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
Orang pa niya.
1 minute stretch break. Kasi marami na po tayong natutunan. So, I don't want you to be burned out as we go on. So, I will be giving you a stretch break. Para ma-process nyo din po yung mga na-discuss natin. So, thank you very much for our live viewers coming from the different parts of the Philippines. At meron sa ibang bansa, meron ako nakitang Pakistan. Ang lawak ng coverage ni Teacher A. Shout out kay Ma'am Kate. Shout out kay Ma'am Melissa. Okay, 1 minute. So, yan. Congratulations pala. So, to our top 10, no? Yun, nakita ko si Sir Namrod, top 1, Sir, doon sa ating mock exam. Sir Namrod, are you there? Shout out, shout out. Kaway-kaway, nandiyan ba? Sir Namrod?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Sir LJ, for tuning in. So, while we're having our stretch break, I would like to announce that the review for Teacher A is still open. to those who are going to be part, no?
Alaala na ni Jayo.
Enrollment still ongoing for intensive and
Ay,
final
alaala
courses.
na.
Okay, ready na ba tayo? Pina ba?
Kabalim, lagay mo nga po oran ka.
Yes, sir. Ready na po.
Ready na? Ayan, nakapag-stretch break
Yes
na po. Na-process po ba yung huli natin? I
Yes,
hope
sir.
Okay, thank you. So, yan, let's dive in. So this is computer programming. Sorry for, ayun, wala po yung R nung aking in-stretch para magkasya lahat.
Technological content knowledge.
Okay, ayan. Sir Nimrod, would you mind reading? Andito si Sir Nimrod. Sir Nem? Yes, would you mind reading po?
Number 11. Teacher Jane searches for an app about
Computer.
According to the fact report, what type of knowledge should teacher Jane have? Letter A, pedagogical knowledge. Letter B, technological knowledge. Letter C, content knowledge. Or letter D, technological content knowledge.
Okay. So, Sir Nimrod, as the top one, if I'm not mistaken, no? Top one sa ating mock exam. What is your answer, sir?
Letter D, technological content knowledge.
Yes, sir. Would you mind giving your interpretation before I will give my interpretation or rationalization?
Yes, sir. Because
Yes.
according to the STEM, sir, tells there that the teacher searches for an app and relate it to the topic computer programming. That's why it's technological content.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Using civic content.
Ayan. Volume up na lang po ako ng audio, Sir Nimrod, para mas clear po yung ating ano. Thank you for that sharing. Okay, so again, let us look at the question. Teacher Jane searches for an app about computer programming. According to TPAC, aware po ba tayo doon sa TPAC? Thumbs up po?
No po.
Hindi po.
Okay, so TPAC is actually an acronym. Okay, it stands for, ayan, yung mga given po, technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. Okay, that is TPAC. Okay, so again, we are talking about education technology, which is primarily on technological integration. Yung po yung pinaka-work talaga ng education technology in our learning process. So, on how to integrate technology in the educative process. So, si Teacher Jane searches for an app, you know an app, right? Alam po natin yung app, marami nang ginagamit ngayon for online learning. Okay. No worries, Sir Nimrod. So, what type of knowledge should Teacher Jane have? Okay. So, when you use a certain app, especially in online learning, hindi po yung basta lang tayo gumagamit ng app, di po ba? Hindi dahil sa sikat yung ganito, gagamitin ko na siya. So, kailangan, still, being an educator, we should still know what is the principles behind kung bakit ko gagamitin itong app na to. Ano ba yung gusto ko? Do I want to integrate, do I want to develop collaborative learning? Do I want to develop more on a learner-centered lesson? Or do I want to give an authentic assessment? Yan. So, kailangan po na, or a formative assessment. So, kailangan alam natin. So, bago natin, yan, technological content knowledge. So, I will be giving you the TPAC. Yan. So, this is the TPAC. Can you see my screen po? Mambing? Hello, Mambing?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Would you mind reading po?
Stands for Technological Evidence Informed
Pedagogical.
Pedagogical and Content Knowledge.
Yeah. So this is the TIPAC. As I said, more than reading it in a very long statement or paragraph, it's much better to use graphic organizers to be able to get what is the real meaning of those things. No? So technological knowledge, what technology am I going to use? So that pertains to the app na gustong gamitin ni Teacher Jane. Then, in the evidence-informed pedagogical knowledge, where is the evidence it will be successful? So meaning on how you will be using those apps to be able to meet what is your target for your lesson. Would it be a successful one to be used as a tool to transform learning or to infuse learning? Okay. And next is content knowledge. What content should be delivered? So this is TIPAC. Okay. So if we're going to look at it, balikan po natin siya, yung kanina. So Teacher Jane search for an app. So an app is a technology about computer programming. So about her lesson about computer programming. So she should be knowledgeable about what? So obviously technological knowledge is very important. Pedagogical is how you will execute that one. So that is based on your application already. Applied na. So the correct answer is technological content, technology knowledge plus the content knowledge. How am I going to use this technology to be able to deliver what is my learning content? Okay po ba? Okay po? Now,
Yes.
now if you're going to look at TPAC, makikita natin, walang nakalagay na technological content knowledge. Di ba? So kung walang technological content knowledge, ano ang pipiliin mo? For example, you encounter a question like this. Wala yung technological content knowledge. Anong pipiliin nyo?
B.
Yes, Ma'am Charissa.
Ano ba to? Pumuka.
Boy.
Boy. Why boy?
Sure, di ba ako yung nagsalita?
Ay, si Ma'am Charissa pala, sorry. Yes, Ma'am Charissa. Nagsasabay po, sorry. Ma'am Charissa, what's your answer? Kung wala yung technological content knowledge, which is the expected answer, ano po yung pwede nating ipalit? Which is
Boy,
actually,
sir.
Boy. Bakit boy? Ayaw mo ng girl? Okay, bakit boy? Bakit boy?
From the word app, sir. Application kasi. Programming according to
So about programming kasi kaya technology.
So letter D.
Pag wala, Sir Darrell, what I'm asking now is pag wala yung letter T, which is the expected answer. Anong pwede mong maging sagot?
Letter D.
Naiwan lang pedagogical, technological, content. Tapos ang susunod na choices, none of the above.
Letter B.
Letter B. Ayaw mo ng none of the above.
Sir?
Ayaw mo ng none of the above. Halimbawa, wala yung letter D, technological content knowledge. Can you get my point, dear LPTs?
Letter D, none of the above.
Why I'm teaching you the law of elimination. In this question that I have, there is the correct answer, which is technological content knowledge, which answers the question about app and the learning about computer programming. So ituturo niya. Kaya kailangan alam niyang gamitin, alam niya kung ano yung app na yon at paano may deliver ng app na yon yung objective ng lesson niya, which is actually the content. That's why technological content knowledge. Ngayon, ang binibigyan ko kayo ng senaryo, kung sakaling wala ang technological content knowledge, meron lang pedagogical, merong technological, merong content. Tapos none of the above. Anong pipiliin mo?
Content? None of the above.
Ayaw mo ng none of the above. I hope you get the point. Bakit nagbibigay si Sir Mads ng scenario? Diba? Again, in the review, more than memorizing the answer, is trying to see what would be the possible situations that I might encounter kung mabibigyan ako ng ganitong tanong. Okay po? Parang katulad lang yan po sa gera. Bago ka sumabak ng gera, syempre, meron ka ng siniset ng mga strategy mo. It's like also playing chess, di ba? Bago mo i-move, meron ka ng ina-anticipate na other moves. So, ganun din po sa review. Kung sakaling wala yung choices na expected, ano ang pipiliin ko? Okay? So, yun po yung gusto kong iwanan sa inyo at gusto kong isipin nyo, bakit ko kayo binibigyan ng scenario na yun? None of the above ba pipiliin ko o pipiliin ko si content knowledge? And the answer there will always be
None of the above.
On your interpretation. If you choose none of the above, ang ibig sabihin nun, Sir Namrod, you're the co-host po ba? Pa-admit po ako ng iba. May mga pumapasok pa po sa waiting room. Okay? If you choose none of the above, pag sinus natin yung none of the above, ibig sabihin po nun, yung technological content knowledge lang talaga ang magde-define doon sa given questions. Are we clear?
Yes.
Are we clear po ba? So, by looking at this, talagang ang pinakatama lang talagang sagot dyan is technological content knowledge. Now, in the event na ibibigay din to, tingnan natin kung ang tanong ba ay tinapos kaparehas ng tanong ko ngayon. Pero kung meron pang select na other conditions that really identify that it is all about technological knowledge, go with technological knowledge. If it goes with the content, goes with the content knowledge. Are we clear? Pero in the event, wala ng other set conditions or parameters, go with the none of the above. Okay po ba? Maliwanag po ba tayo?
Yes, sir.
Nagets po ako? O, pasensya na po. Kung talagang ini-enlighten ko kayo doon sa paano natin pipiliin at susukatin yung tamang sagot. Okay po? Next. O yan, TPAC. Okay. So, hindi po natin alam yung TPAC. Dagdag po natin. Baka po kasi may encounter natin si TPAC. Okay. Next, number 12. Okay. Ma'am Luis ba yan? Ma'am ba, sir? Tama ba? Luis ba? Luis. Can anyone read? Sir Dennis. Sir Dennis, would you mind reading po?
As a teacher, you want to present the characteristic features of constructivist approach. Which of the following should you use? A. Venn diagram. B. Narrative frame. C. Attribute wheel. D. Fishbone diagram.
Okay. So, as a teacher, you want to present the characteristic features of constructivist approach. Which of the following should you use? So, I know you are aware about this. This all pertains to what? Anong tawag sa kanilang lahat na yan?
Graphic organizer.
Very good. Graphic organizers. And every graphic organizers have their own certain applications. Okay? Ito minsan yung talagang sabihin na natin, meron pagkakasala minsan ng mga teachers, di ba? Okay? Na yung isang graphic organizers, gusto ko lang gamitin, halimbawa, fishbone diagram. Kailan ba dapat ginagamit ang fishbone diagram? At bakit siya tinawag na fishbone? Ano bang ine-emphasize niya? Anyone?
Similarities and comparison.
Fishbone diagram?
Fishbone diagram, sir. Yung pong
Yung
ano,
fishbone.
yung pong characteristics ng bawat isa.
Okay.
Ano, sir?
Yes.
Possible causes for an effect or problem.
Yes.
Pagkakasunod niya.
Correct. Yun, pwede yung causes.
Mga possible causes, yes.
And effects. Correct.
Specific event.
Specific event, pagka medyo specific, pwede rin naman fishbone, pero pag specific event, we use timeline. Mas okay yun, no? Mas okay yung timeline. Bakit po ba timeline ang ano natin pag event? Kasi ang pinapakita ng timeline is to see the connections between the transition in the occurrence of different events. For example, kung gusto yung gamitin naman yung timeline, pero ang sinasuggest ko nga, the best na pwedeng gamitin for legal foundations para madaling ma-review yung mga Republic Act is retrieval chart. Gawa tayo ng table, yan, mas madali natin kasi makikita natin by column and rows kung ano yung mga nire-review natin. Then timeline, pwede rin natin gamitin yung timeline for the legal foundations of the basis of legal education system in the Philippines para makita natin yung pagbabago as the year flow, no? As the year flow from basic education curriculum to the K-12 curriculum. Ano yung nasa gitna nila kung bakit nagbago from this certain curriculum to this curriculum. So yung po yung pinapakita sa atin ng timeline eh. Kung ano yung transition that happens or connections between these two events that occurs. So yun po yung pinaka ano. So yun, sinasuggest ko nga, retrieval chart, mas okay po yun. So here, the correct Venn diagram, alam natin, yan ang pinakagamit na gamit, di ba? Especially in math. Di ba?
Cause and effect pala yung fishbone.
Oo, cause and effect yun. Yung Venn diagram, yan ang madalas na gamit natin. Kasi, especially in math, especially in math and science, kasi science is, as I said to my learners, is a subject that exists because of two famous skills, which is comparison and classifying. Kaya marami tayong mga bagay-bagay sa science kasi kahit minimal lang na pagkakaiba, iba na yung pangalan niya. Iba na yung tawag sa kanya. Kahit minimal lang, kahit napakasimpleng pagkakaiba lang, pero napaka-trivial at napaka-importante. Kaya nagkakaroon ng maraming bagay o pangalan sa mundo. Or classifications. Kaya sabi ko, it's just about comparing and classifying. So, Venn diagram. Ganun din sa math. Sets, when you talk about sets, di ba? So, mas daling maintindihan ng bata pag nag-Venn diagram. So, dito, binigyan na tayo ng idea. So, kung alam na natin, hindi na natin kailangan mag-law of elimination. Pero kung nag-induct tayo, ano bang kailangan ko dito? So, characteristic. It is not about cause and effect. Ang pinag-usapan is characteristic of the contrastivist approach. So, nang gagamitin natin from the word characteristic is attribute. Are we clear?
Sir, yung attribute will ba, sir, yan ba yung semantic map or semantic web?
Iba pa, pwede rin. Pero iba pa yung semantic web. Iba pa yung semantic web. Iba pa yung semantic webbing. Usually, semantic webbing is used for stories. No? Stories. The character connection to another. Yan. Semantic webbing yan. Okay?
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Yan. So, marami. Actually, nung nag-aaral ako, my dear LPTs, ilan lang yung graphic organizers. But now, as a teacher, in every inset na meron kami, lagi kami nabibigyan ng mga different graphic organizers at saka kung paano sila gagamitin. Kasi, again, graphic organizers is used really to show what the learner understand. In a more visual form. Kasi ang learners natin ngayon, minimal na lang yung talagang sabihin na natin na traditional type of learning style. Karamihan sa kanila is visual na because of they primarily develop their visions through the different inculcations of different learning materials. So napaka-visual na talaga nila. Kaya nga sa math, okay, in algebra, pagka nagtuturo ka ng algebra, meron ng ginagamit na block block model. So sa time natin, siguro wala pa tayong block model. Okay? Pero ngayon, may mga block model ng mga bata para madali nilang maintindihan ang algebra when they go to high school. So that is attribute with. So if you are not familiar with all of this, so I suggest, guys, my dear LPTs, please do look for the different graphic organizers at kailan sila ginagamit. Kasi may kanya-kanya pong gamit silang lahat. The most common is concept map, mind map, yan. T-chart, okay? Meron pang U-chart. So, iba-iba po yung gamit nila. And this is supported by different theories in education. Okay? Okay. I hope you were able to answer on your end. Give me a heart react po kung sumasagot po tayo sa ating end, and we are applying the law of elimination. So anyone who wants to read po while I am actually looking at our Facebook Live para po nag-greet din natin sila. Okay. Yes, Ma'am Joanne, would you mind reading po? Ma'am Joanne? Ma'am Hannah Jane, si Ma'am Hannah. Ma'am Hannah, okay lang po? O anyone from the group po?
Ako na lang po, sir.
O yun, si Ma'am Jovi. Sige po.
Sige.
Pasensya na po. Gusto ko talaga sabi ko po sa quote natin, involve me. Yan, involve me and I will learn. And I will remember, sorry. Yes. Ma'am Jovi. Thank you po.
In discovery learning, students perform tasks to uncover what is to be learned. Which statement refers to this conceptual model of learning due to application of educational technology? A. New ideas and new decisions are generated in the learning process regardless of the need to move on and depart from organized set of activities. B. Students already have some knowledge that is relevant to new learning. C. The learners give focus to new experiences that is related to what they already know. And D. The learner builds personal understanding through appropriate learning activities and good learning environment.
Okay. So, what is your answer, Ma'am Juby?
Letter C po.
Letter C. How about Ma'am Geraldine? Si Ma'am Geraldine ba sumagot o si Ma'am Juby? Ma'am Juby po ba sumagot na? Letter C, tama? How about Ma'am Geraldine? Naka-raise po ng hand si Ma'am Geraldine. Yes, Ma'am Geraldine. No. Yes, Ma'am Geraldine. Okay, so I will now rationalize. Okay, so according to Ma'am Juby, the answer is letter C. And let me see on the chat, ano bang ang sagot natin? C, 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 C. Okay, C. Okay. So in discovery learning, students perform tasks to uncover what is to be learned. Which statement refers to this conceptual model of learning due to application of educational technology? So again, so this is all about discovery learning in relation to educational technology. So all of you answered letter C. Okay, si Ma'am May, letter A. Yes, Ma'am May. Ma'am May, would you mind to unmute? What is your interpretation po? Why you choose A? Okay, shout out to Sir Martin, Kit, Sir Kit. Hello po. Okay, So, discovery learning. Ayan, discovery learning. When we talk about discovery learning, ano ba ang papasok sa isipan ko para mapili ko? Kung ako ay nagdadalawang isip, so most of the answers letter C ang nakalagay sa aking Zoom. While on the Facebook Live, shout out to the 100 to 124 viewers. Ano po kayong sagot nila? Sir Tabi, letter A. Okay. Letter, oh, ma'am, Sir RC. Okay. So, letter C, the learner gives focus to new experiences that is related to what they already know. Okay. Letter A, new ideas and new decisions are generated in the learning process regardless of the need to move on and depart from organized set of activities. Letter B, students already have some knowledge that is relevant to new learning, though definitely letter B would not be an answer because they have some knowledge. So meron na sila. So it doesn't define discovery. When we say discovery, ayan, ano ba ang discovery? Bago.
Learning new things.
Yes, learning new things.
Letter A
Diba?
yata.
Diba? O, Sir Darrell, anong sagot mo? Letter C.
Letter A, sir. Letter A. Magpapalit ako sa letter A. Naalala ko na yung sagot ko.
Sabi ko kasi si Sir Darrell, law of elimination. Ito talaga si Sir Darrell. Okay. So, alam ko sagot mo letter C. No? Letter C nga ba sinagot mo?
Sinagot ko na yung letter C. Alam kong mali ako sa letter C.
Okay. Okay. So, we will rationalize. Kaya tayo nandito para po maunawaan natin. As I said a while ago, no, on my first, no, the learning quote na meron tayo. Hindi lang po ako yung magsasalita. No? Mas gusto ko po yung kayo din ay magsasalita. Because I want to know how you interpret it so that I can really point out to you ano ba sa question na yon yung mag-guide sa atin. Okay? So thank you very much for those who are participating. And I know yung mga ating Facebook Live, kung nakakapagsalita sila, nagpa-participate din po sila. Okay. So in discovery learning, ayan, discovery learning. Discovery. Bago, I discover something. Okay. So letter C, the learner gives focus to new. Ay, meron kasi salitang new. New experiences that is related to what they already know. Okay, what they already know. Ando yung what they already know. Letter D, the learner builds a personal understanding through appropriate learning activities and good learning environment. Personal understanding. We're talking to uncover. O, ayun, no? Daming conditions that will guide us. Discovery, uncover. Diba? Discover,
New ideas.
uncover. Oh, diba, Sir Darrell? Discovery, uncover pa.
Regardless.
Oh. Nagigets pa ako?
Yes, sir.
Nagigets ako? Heart react naman
Yes,
dyan.
po.
Wag lang broken hearted yung reaction. Heart react lang. Ayan. Gusto ko makita yung heart react para alam kung nandiyan pa kayo. Yan, okay. So, the correct answer is
Letter A.
Letter A. New ideas and new decisions. Bakit? Ang discovery, okay, ang discovery, hindi mo pinaplano. Pinaplano mo ba ang discovery?
No.
Oh, hindi,
No.
di ba? Hindi. Hindi natin pinaplano ng discovery. That's why nga, science is more of a discovery approach. Okay?
Biglaan.
Biglaan. Diba? Halimbawa, nag-experiment ang bata. Dito nga natin makikita talaga that as a science teacher, kung sino po yung mga science teacher, no? As a science teacher, what is our primary focus in teaching science more than inculcating knowledge is to develop the process skills ng bata. That's why the best thing to teach science is through experiment, di ba? Tama po? The best way to teach science is through experiment. Bakit? Bakit ka nagpapa-experiment? Para kopyahin ng bata yung expected answer na nasa libro na nandun na yung explanation? No. You are asking them to experiment to look on how they perform the procedure, because within the procedure, as they work from procedure 1 to procedure 2, within that, meron na silang dapat na nadidiscover na idea. Bakit dito nag-start kami ng ganito? That's how science teacher will process. Why on our first procedure we use a clear glass? While on the halimbawa, a simple experiment, bending pencil, no? Alam niyo po yung bending pencil, yung nilalagay lang yung pencil sa tubig, di ba? Sabi natin, oy, magic, nagbe-bend. Okay po. Eh kung nagsimula ka agad sa procedure about the simple bending experiment na kaagad may tubig na. So paano mo ngayon ma-inculcate sa bata that the light travels at different speed at different mediums kung nagsimula ka na kaagad doon sa isang medium lang. Nagigets niyo po ako? I hope you were able to relate on that. So, again, discovery learning is to uncover. Discovery, hindi natin pinaplano yan, biglaan lang. Whether it can help us to create something new, a new learning, a new development. Okay, mostly, more than development, rather is learning. Okay po? So, new ideas and new decisions are generated in the learning process regardless. Okay? So, ibig sabihin din natin planano of the need to move on and depart from organized set of activities. Clear po ba tayo? Meron pa ba? Kasama ko po po kayo. Shoutout naman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sigaw, 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 sigaw. Yan.
Shout out, sir. Shout out, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Hooray.
Thank you.
Watch out, sir.
So I hope naliliwanagan po tayo, no? Naliliwanagan po tayo at natutulungan ko po kayo. Okay?
Nakita ko na yung liwanag, sir.
Thank you. Andun kasi, sabi ko nga sa inyo, the question itself, guys, will give you right away the expected answer. Kaya po, apply natin yung law of elimination. Okay, again, sorry for typographical. Construction of knowledge and information exchange. Okay, shout out doon sa ating mga Facebook Live. Okay, their answer is letter A. Ayan. Pwede rin po mag-rationalize yung mga nasa Facebook Live so that I will also be able to read your interpretation of the question. Okay. So, sino po kaya pwedeng magbasa sa ating mga nasa Zoom? Para po lahat tayo ay nagsasalita. Sir Mario. I think Sir Mario is with us. Sir Mario?
Yes, sir.
Yes, would you mind, sir?
Yeah, sure. Number 14, Miss Honey employs student-centered instruction as the learners create their digital portfolios in her computer class. What could be developed among them through this approach? A, repetition and active learning. B, mastery of skills and information delivery. C, information processing and passive learning. D, construction of knowledge and information exchange. Should I answer it as well, sir?
Yes, sir. What is your answer, sir, based on your mock exam?
Hold on, sir. Student-centered, so I'll go with repetition and active learning, letter A, wild guess.
Okay, that's what you answered in
Yes, sir.
mock exam. Okay. So repetition and active learning. Would you mind sharing your interpretation of the question?
Yes, sir, because the teacher who happens to be Miss Honey employs student-centered. So meaning she is more than a facilitator rather than a teacher. So basically, as a teacher, you have to employ instruction that is centered to the students, and it involves active learning and repetition as well. So that's why I chose letter A as my answer just yesterday or the other day.
Okay. Would you mind me asking another question?
Sir?
Would you mind me ask you another question to
Yes,
support
sir,
your
go ahead.
explanation? Okay. Can you choose one particular statement or phrase, either a statement or a phrase from the question that really that really makes you to choose letter A?
The student-centered instruction, sir, because it associates with the active learning of the learners that involves real-life situations.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, how about Mambing? Mambing, ano ano po yung ang ganda nung audio ni Sir ah. Mukhang magaling kumanta si Sir Mario. Okay, Mambing. Mambing, hello.
May recording studio ata si sir.
Oo, may ano si Sir, ang ganda ng ano niya. Okay, so so ayun, for Sir Mario, he chose active learning because of student-centered instruction. Okay, which is correct. Okay, which is correct naman kasi nakalagay naman doon sa question is student-centered. Okay. So, ano ba yung what is the stem of the question? Let us see. Miss Anne employs student-centered instruction as the learners create their digital portfolios in her computer class. What could be developed among them through this approach? So, we're talking about what could be developed. Whom are we going to develop in this kind of approach of the teacher, Miss Honey, which is using educational technology as a means of what? A and B are essentialism. Sir Darrell, talagang sa philosophical foundation, school of thought ka talaga, ha? Sa school of thought ka talaga nag-focus, which is correct naman, di ba? While C is perennialism, okay, that is passive, okay? Lifelong learning, that is actually never changing, huh? Okay. So, the correct answer here is, anong sabi ng mga Facebook Live natin? Yan, nagbabaris din, no? Iba-iba rin yung sagot. So, again, I encourage, yun, si Ma'am Kate. Ayan, thank you, Ma'am Kate, for having your answer as well as your interpretation. So, the correct answer is letter D. Yan.
D.
Construction of knowledge and information exchange. Why construction of knowledge? Anong word po doon? Create their digital portfolios. Okay? So, tama naman. You're right, Sir Mario, that when you talk about active learning, okay? Active learning. Now, remember that as a teacher, our objectives in our content, in our lesson, is always measured through what? Through behavioral, di ba? Behavioral. Okay? When we create an objective, we have, what is that? Cognitive, psychomotor, ano pa isa? Affective, right? So, even we use educational technology, we still stick to that. So, what we will be developing if we let the learners develop their digital portfolios? Ano ba yung example ng digital portfolios na ginagamit natin? Okay. So, if you are using Google, one of the best one is Google Sites. Okay? Google Sites is a very good one to use as a digital portfolio wherein the learners can actually really construct their knowledge, present it there, and they can also share their information. Okay po ba? Clear po tayo? So, student-centered, learners create. Yan. Construction of knowledge pertaining to portfolio. Okay, that's why it is construction of knowledge and information exchange. Again, tama yung rationalization din ni Sir Mario sa kanyang sagot na active learning because he focused on student-centered. Now, the teacher is the one that is creating the idea, the objective of making use of technology because she wants to develop something on her learners. And what is that? Would that be the repetition? Anong i-repeat niya? Repeating on the use of, ano ba ang gamit ng portfolio? The use of portfolio is to see how far you are progressing or developing, di ba? From a certain quarter to the next quarter. So, makikita natin, hindi sa digital portfolio na parang art collections, but rather it shows your progress. Okay, for example, architect, they actually have their portfolio mula nung nag-aaral sila, for the first construction that they have, then hanggang sa nag-improve sila. So, it basically more of developing a set of knowledge through constructing something and information exchange. What is that information exchange? You were able to see and reflect, wow, eto na pala ako, ganito na pala kalayo narating ko. Okay po? Clear ba tayo? Okay, Sir
Yes,
Darrell.
sir.
Si Sir Darrell talagang focus sa School of Thought. Nako, Sir Darrell, mukhang pagka sa School of Thought, perfect ka na.
Inano ko lang sir, parang ano bang tawag dito? Inalign ko lang sir kasi
Yes,
kinukuha ko
correct.
yung ano niya, yung stem.
Tama 'yon. Okay, as I said, 'di ba? Whatever you learn from the previous thing, you connect that to what you are learning now. Kasi education technology are still guided by different philosophical thought, no, or school of thought. Okay, yung mga sinasabi nating mga ISIMS or IST. Okay, so let's have this one. Ito, medyo marami ding nagkamali, no? So I hope you were able to answer it, although I gave it just 10 seconds because this is just a review kasi nasagutan nyo na po siya sa mock exam natin. Sir Roel, would you mind reading? Okay lang po?
Yes, sir.
Yan, thank you.
Okay. Number 15, Mr. T, an ICT teacher, takes into account technology standards to address the needs of the students and help them adapt with changing society and technology. Which of the following standards is an exception? A, creativity and innovation. B, research and information literacy. C, model digital age work and learning. D, technology, operations and concepts. My answer is creativity and innovation.
Okay, creativity and innovation. Okay. Sir Roel, okay lang bang i-share? Bakit po napili natin creativity and innovation?
Because the teachers to address the needs of the students and help them adapt to the changing society, technology.
Okay. So, okay, thank you for that. Sir Mark Lawrence, Rio Tatar. Yes. Sir Mark, why your answer is letter C? Ano po yung interpretation nyo naman? If you don't mind sharing it to your classmate. Before I will rationalize it to you. Sir Mark?
Letter B.
Sir Mark? Okay, Ma'am Rosana. How about Ma'am Rosana? Ano pong sagot niyo?
Letter B, sir.
Letter B.
Wild guess. Kasi sir, sir because it addresses the needs of the student and help them adapt.
Sir.
Yung word adapt, sir.
Also
with the
C.
changing society. Guess lang, sir, ah.
Yes. No worries.
Sir, ako po C.
Research po. B, research
C
and
po sa akin,
information
sir.
literacy.
Sir Dennis, letter C, right? Sir Dennis, letter C? Tama ba? Sir Dennis ba yun, letter C? Okay, so...
Yes, sir.
Okay, the correct answer is letter C. Yes. Correct. Yung mga sa Facebook Live natin.
Sabi na, letter C, exception.
Okay, because of the word except.
Yes, sir. Exception.
Oo, because of the word exception. Yan. Okay. Mr. T, okay, an ICT teacher takes into account technology standard to address the needs of the students and help them adapt with the changing society and technology. Which of the following standards is an exception? So again, the stem of the question is all about standards, no? Technological standards. So In the technological standards, it has different roles in relation to different individual, okay, that are involved in educational technology. Sino po ba yun? Teachers, student, administrators, yan. Marami po, software developers or instructional designers, yan. So marami po sila, may kanya-kanya silang mga certain role. So tingnan natin, sino bang pinapofocus ng question? Ang focus ba ng question ay ang teacher o ang learner?
Learners.
The learner. Diba? The learners. The focus is the learner. Mr. T and ICT teachers into account technology standard to address the needs of the students. So yung pangangailangan ng estudyante. Are we clear? So that they can adapt to the changing society and technology. So para sa kanila. Pero may conditions. Yun ang sinasabi ko po sa inyo, my dear LPTs. Look for the conditions or parameters. Which of the following standard is an exception? So, kung ang stem of the question ay patungkol sa learners, then the exemption should be talking about the teacher. So, creativity and innovation, kanino yan?
Learners.
Learners, yes. That will focus into what? The 4 C's, the 21st century skills, the 4 C's. Ano nga po ba yung 4 C's? What are the 4 C's? What is the 4 C's of the 21st century? Na dapat yan talaga
we have collaboration, computer,
critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, ano pa? Oh, isa na lang. Sino po makapagbigay ng isa? Sino po makapagbigay ng isa? Okay. Ayun, sinagot na ng Facebook.
Critical thinking, sir.
Yes,
critical literacy.
Okay, critical thinking. Oh, the 4 C's. If we don't know the 4 C's, no? Critical thinking,
communication, collaboration, creativity.
Okay? That's why we now in the professional education, we have the area of education technology. Because we want to develop in our learners, which are identified as the 21st century learners, the 4 C's. Creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical
thinking.
Okay, yan po yung ginagawa natin ngayon sa ating review, my dear LP. More than, kaya nga tinawag nating review. Alam na natin, pero pag na-apply ba sa tanong, we need to develop critical thinking or what we call the high order thinking skills. We don't just think on the surface, we go deep so that, kaya tinuturo po sa inyo, stem of the question, conditions, or parameter set. So dito, nakaset yung exception. So creativity, learner. Research and information literacy, learner. Technology, operations, and concept, learner. So sino ang hindi learner? Model, digital age work, and learning. Bakit po ba? Who is the model of learning? Ang bata ba? Siyempre teacher. That's why as a teacher, sa ating po magsisimula yung tinatawag nating digital citizenship. Yan, digital literacy and digital citizenship. Ano po ba yung digital citizenship? Yun. Yung mga copyright laws, kailangan may turo natin sa bata, paano pumili o mag-filter ng mga informations, yung paggamit ng mga, yung pag nagtuturo kayo, if you're a computer teacher, tuturuan natin ng bata, paano maprotektahan yung sarili natin. Tapos ikaw, na-hack yung Facebook mo, patay na. Diba? Tinuro mo doon sa'yo, tapos hindi mo nagawa sa'yo. So, that's why letter C pertains to the teacher. Okay po ba? Clear po ba tayo? Again, saan po tayo nagkamali? Hindi po natin nakita yung
Exception.
exception. Hindi po ba? Yung word na exception kasi kanina kasi Sir Mads kanina nakapakalaki ng word na except. Ngayon ang liit tapos nasa dulo pa. Yung kaya nga po sinasabi ko, mag-focus muna tayo sa tanong bago sa choices. Okay po. Clear po ba tayo? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yan, thank you. Okay? So, very good. So, lahat po, okay. Very good job for our Facebook Live viewers. Shout out to our 109. Kaway-kaway. Heart react naman sa ating mga Facebook Live. Kung nandyan pa po kayo, heart react, heart react. Hello, Mama Cristeline. Yan, wala si Ma'am Christy sa ating Zoom. Yan. So, ako na lang, no? Which of the following statement is correct about the domains of educational technology? So if we are not aware of if we are not accustomed with the domains of educational technology, idagdag po natin siya, no? So, kung ano po ba yung domains of educational technology? So, the correct answer here is, tama lahat yung sagot nyo, letter D. Okay? Utilization is the action phase. Okay? So, letter C, obviously, evaluation is synonymous with implementation. Magkaiba po siya. No? When we say evaluation, we are evaluating kung paano na tumatakbo yung paggamit natin ng technology in the educative process. So, implementation, ginagamit mo na. It's like actually utilizing it already. Now, design is the production stage while development is the planning stage. Letter B is wrong. Bakit? Baliktad po yung dalawa. Okay? Baliktad yung dalawa. Design, pinaplano mo pa lang. Development, on the process na. Nagde-develop na. Are we clear? Then letter A, both design and development are planning stage. Hindi po. Because they have their own definitions, they have their own phases in the usage and integration of technology. So I will not rationalize more on it kasi tama naman po halos lahat kayo. Again, so ano na naman yung ano natin dito? Lahat po sila ay domains of educational technology. Ano po yun? Design, development, evaluation, implementation, and utilization. So these are the domains. But based on the construction, which of the following is correct? Okay, so paano ba tayo malilito dyan? Well, things is one, binabaliktad yung definitions. Especially if this is just domain. So this is just a simple definitions that we need to remember. And if we are going to go deeper on it, is how we apply it. Yan. So I will not stay on that. Okay. Ito din, marami ding, this is more, the first set of the questions that I have, ito po yung mga frequently missed questions nyo, no? Out of 110, 42, 32 ang nakakasagot.
Ano pa yung kakantawan na kay Lenny? Kung ano, nabagkapainit na anong dito, kasi mapagkalpinis ko kung anong dito.
Ma-mute ko lang si Sir Mark. For a while, Sir Mark, sorry. Okay, Ma'am Charissa. Ayun, thank you for opening your camera. Ma'am, pwede pong pabasa? Okay lang po.
Sir.
Kaya po kataw-tawag ko, mama, pailaritat tayo biga. Awang kaunti makita.
Sir Mark, i-mute po kita. Okay. Yes, Ma'am Charissa, go ahead. Sige po. Unmute your microphone. Unmute your microphone.
Hey, sorry, sir. Which of
Yes,
the
go.
following is inappropriate in using printed visuals such as charts, graphs, and drawings? A. Provide written or verbal cues to highlight important aspects of visuals. B. Use materials that everyone can see. C. Make the presentation suspenseful. D. Present the instructional materials simultaneously.
Okay, what is your answer, Ma'am Charissa?
C, sir.
C. Okay. Make the presentation suspenseful. Okay. Yes, may halong suspense, no? May halong suspense yung ating presentation. Even in the use of PowerPoint, di ba, dapat hindi kagad inilalabas lahat. We should use it at the proper pacing, at the proper time. Kasi kung nandun na halos lahat, so it's very useless, no? That's why, as you can see, when I start, I give you first the question. Kasi yung po yung pinapokus ko sa inyo, na mag-focus muna kayo sa tanong, wag muna sa choices. That's why pag nag-take kayo, uulit-ulitin ko po sa inyo, wag po sana kayong medyo ano na yung tenga natin na inuulit-ulit ni Sir Mads na i-cover niyo muna yung tanong, yung choices para mag-concentrate kayo sa tanong at pwede niyo i-underline, i-circle kung ano yung mga parameters and the stem of the question. So dito, which of the following is inappropriate? Ayun. Kaagad, pag nakita natin yung mga negative words na yan,
Inappropriate.
yung mga negative words na yan, na mga cues, in-circle na po natin yun. In-circle na natin siya. Okay? It can be found in the first, at the middle, at the last. So, tingnan na po kagad natin yon. Again, our eyes tends to be deceiving, especially kung marami na tayong review materials na nire-review at minsan yung mga nire-review natin ay nagmamarka na talaga yung tanong sa ulo natin. Kaya pagka nakita natin yung tanong, akala natin yun yung tanong na nabasa natin. Kaya hindi na natin tinatapos. And another thing nga is dahil sa time, di ba? Time pressure. Kaya yun, di na rin talaga naiwasan, hindi tinatapos yung tanong. At doon tayo talaga dadalihin sa Prof. Ed. Mahaba halos lahat. Kasi talagang itetest yung paano natin i-apply yung natutunan natin. So, inappropriate. Yes, correct. Seymour. Ayan. So, inappropriate. Ano ba dapat? So, sabi ni Ma'am Charissa, dapat may suspense. Yes, correct. Tama yun. So, appropriate yung pag-suspense, no? So, provide written or verbal cues to highlight important aspect of visuals. So, that's why we use graph. Okay, ginagamit natin yan. In-circle natin. Ginagamitan natin ng laser or pointer para talaga i-highlight kung ano yung pinapoint out natin. So, inappropriate use of visual charts, graphs, and drawings. So, ano po ang sagot? Tama po kayo lahat dyan. So, again, kung ang pinili mo ay maging suspense, so, ang inappropriate there is simultaneous. Okay? Paano ipaprocess lahat yan? Paano ipaprocess ng bata lahat yung information or learning kung sabay-sabay mo gagamitin? So, kailangan may tamang pacing. If I can remember right, nung nag-aaral kami sa college, di ba, gumagawa ng mga Manila paper, di ba, pagka nagpe-present, nakatalikod muna lahat yung Manila paper, tapos isa-isang binubuksan. O ngayon, wala nang Manila paper, PowerPoint na lang. So, kaya binibigyan natin ng animations para ma-apply pa rin natin na dapat hindi sabay-sabay or hindi rin dapat crowded sa isang slide na nandun lahat. Kung gagamit ka ng graph lang. Kung drawing lang. Huwag mo nang sabayan pa ng graph. Baka malito na yung bata sa pag-interpret. Okay po. So, tama po tayo lahat dyan. So, pero, bakit po sa mock exam medyo mali tayo? 32 lang ata out of 110 yung naka-ano doon.
Ilan passing, sir?
Passing, that is 80 items pa kung hindi ako nagkakamali. So passing score?
Yes.
Ano ba? K-12 ba gagamitin natin? K-12 ba gagamitin natin? Pag K-12, ibig sabihin 100 ang base, di ba? So, kung naka 40 ka, divided by 80, 50% lang ang rating mo. So, at least, makakuha ka ng 68. Yun, tama. 68 to get an 85. Pagka K to 12 ang ginamit natin. Okay po? So, 68. Okay. So, don't worry po. Again, we are reviewing. Ano po ba ang ng review? Ano po ba importante sa review? Ang laging tama ka o minsan ay nagkakamali ka?
Minsan na nagkakamali.
Yes. Okay? Mas okay po yung magkamali kayo kasi pag nagkamali kayo, mas malalaman natin na mayroon pa tayong i-improve.
Mas maitatama mo.
Yes, di ba? Kaya lahat po tayo dumadaan sa pagkakamali para matuto tayo. Pero kung inulit pa natin uli yung pagkakamali natin, saan pa yung natutunan mo? Di ba? So, yun lang po yung ano natin. So, okay lang magkamali ka, basta alam mo kung bakit ka nagkamali at hindi mo na uulitin. Kasi pag inulit mo pa, mali na nga sinagot ko sa mock exam, mali pa rin sasagot ko ngayon sa review, eh di talagang nagkamali talaga tayo. Okay po? Clear po ba?
Yes.
Yan.
Yes, sir.
Bibigyan ko sana ng hugot pero wag na, baka masaktan. Okay. Okay. So ito medyo marami din yung nagkakamali sa gamit nito.
Scavenger hunt.
Yun. Si Teacher Yulin Venus. Teacher Yulin? Teacher Yulin?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Did I pronounce it right? Medyo hirap pa akong mag-pronounce ng mga pangalan talaga. Okay. Would you mind reading it?
Which instructional tool application will you introduce to your class if your objective is to help them find and use information resources available in the internet?
Okay. So, ma'am, Teacher Yulin, you're teaching po, right? Teaching na po kayo?
Opo.
Opo. Okay. So, obviously, we're familiar with all of this, no? So, the first two that we are going to eliminate, ano yung stem muna ng question? What is the stem of the question? We are being asked to identify an what? Instructional tool. Yun po yung kagad natin, no? Instructional tool.
Opo.
So, yun po yung pinaka-stem kagad ng question natin.
So,
eliminate right away.
letter D.
Letter D, distance education.
Yes.
Because distance education is not an instructional tool. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And we also eliminate
B.
hybrid course. Okay? So we know already what is the meaning of hybrid course, di ba? Ito yung actually being implemented now in America. Kasi nga medyo may gustong mag face to face, merong ayaw pa. O kaya sabi na mag-hybrid na lang. Okay? So tanggal na si BND. So may iwan si A at C. Okay, and these two are always being interchanged. Okay po. Now, ano po ba, Sir Mads, ang guide namin para sa web question scavenger hunt? Okay. So, the correct answer here is, tama po yung mga sagot nila. Oh, sige, tatanungin ko po kayo, bakit po letter C ang napili nyo? Scavenger hunt.
Because of the word hunt.
Sa correction po.
Kasi sir, sa question
Find views.
Ang babait talaga ng mga LPTs na to. Napaka-honest nila. Okay. Kasi may correct answer. Okay, that's correct. Sige, Sir Darrell, sige, ikaw po. Go ahead. Sir Darrell. O kailangan po kasi natin malaman. Based on the question, ha? Based on the question po.
Can I try, sir?
Yes, Sir Mario. That would be great.
Yeah, based sa context clue, sir, because these scavenger hunt hybrid course web quests are actually jargon to me. I don't know what are these three. But based from the question, gumagamit ako ng context clue. So
Correct. Yes,
so
context clues.
the word find, I associate it to hunt. So that's why my answer was scavenger hunt.
Okay, very good. Now,
Same with you, sir.
how about the word quest?
Yeah, but for me lang, sir, mas malapit yung hunt at saka find kaysa quest. Because kung quest, sir, it's like for me lang, it's like you are giving a quiz or something, a task to to the learners.
Yes, thank you very much for that. I really like that. That's one thing that I always say. Kaya nga po sinasabi ko, mag-concentrate muna tayo sa question because the question itself will give us. And that is actually what you're trying to use, Sir Mario. Thank you for that. The context clues, di ba? Kahit hindi natin alam, pagka alam natin, kaya nga di ba sa English po natin, pagka may mga words tayo na hindi natin alam, ang ginagamit natin is contextual clues, di ba? Or context clues. And obviously, we will be able to find the correct answer. So, bakit ko po tinanong yon or talagang inaano ko si Sir Mario kasi nga, ano siya doon sa find, di ba? Kaya, so tama po yung hunt, which means find. Then, so what I love to do, Sir Mario and the rest of the LPD is what we call the art of questioning probing. Di ba? That continues asking so that you will be able to establish really the main thing to remember para hindi na ako malilito na ito yung pipiliin ko. So, yung dalawa, B and D, tanggal na yan. Obviously, that is talking about the modes of education, no? So, web quest and scavenger hunt, ito yung dalawang laging na pagbabaliktad, na pagpapalit-palit. Okay, bakit po? Kasi parehas lang po siyang, they have the same category or description. It is all about information resources. Okay? Parehas lang siyang talking about information resources. Pero, meron siyang pagkakaiba because of a set conditions or parameters. Kailan mo sasabing web quest? Kailan mo sasabing scavenger hunt? Again, this is all about information. Okay? Information resources. So, anong tatandaan ko na, okay, web quest to. Okay, scavenger hunt to. Sige po. I will give you... Yes, may nagtataas ng kamay. Pumapalakpak pala. Okay, according to Ma'am Kate, scavenger hunt help them find and use information. Yes, correct. Web quest, ganun din. Pero ano po pagkakaiba nila? Sige, I will give you time. If you want to use Google, ako mabait na teacher. Sige, mag-Google kayo. Mag-Google kayo. Anong pagkakaiba ng web quest and scavenger hunt? Sige. I will give you 1 minute to use technology integration. Google. Sige. Pero pagka meron na po, sasagot 1 minute. Sige po. Kasi tama yung ni Sir Mario. Find, hunt. Yes. Meron na? Kailangan ko gagamitin ng web quest. Na pagka gagawa ako ng okay, class, we're going to have
Imagination and problem.
Imagination and problem. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng clue, my dear LPTs. They have the same criteria or description which is something to do with information resources. The only difference is the set conditions or parameters na dapat sa scavenger hunt lang to, dapat sa web quest lang to. So, again, it's all about information. Doon lang po kayo maghanap ng definition. If you're going to use Google, information lang. Pero ano yung pagkakaiba nila? The correct answer there is scavenger hunt. Kasi nasa question na po talaga siya. Nandun na yung pinaka-criteria or category ng scavenger hunt. Pero bakit may mga pumili ng web quest? May pumili pa nga dito, ang sagot, distance education.
Critical thinking.
May pumili. Ayan, yes, Ma'am Rosana, I'm developing to you critical
Yung
thinking.
critical thinking, sir, po, sa web quest.
Sa web quest is
Lesson format.
Fine.
Web
ano po ba ang web quest? Web quest.
for lesson format.
For lesson formats, ganun din sa scavenger hunt, you can use that for lesson format. Sige po. Sige po. Go ahead, go ahead. Sino po nakahanap ng definition ng web quest?